It's alive. It's alive. What up, people? Oh, Memorial Day. Didn't expect to see me today, did you? No, you didn't. Didn't know if I was gonna be here either. Had a little eye trouble on Saturday. That's why you didn't see me on Saturday. I couldn't see. You didn't see me because I couldn't see. But it's a little bit better today, so we're gonna get on through it. I'll be back again on Saturday. Monday's not my normal day. I just had a whole lot to get through today. So I had to drop this video off. I know ain't a lot of people gonna be in here. Y'all don't expect me to be doing stuff on Monday. I know. What up, Ishmael Timbo? Damn, man, y'all are coming up in here. Roger Lee, King Darian, what up? Travion McClinton, Team Hazard, what up? DJ Sherm, Beans and Shite, Mrs. B, what up? Ruth Thompson, Spread Well, Marley K, Chris Davis, Mark Woods, what up? Bro L. Wise, Jesus, Wonderful Storm, Team Hazard, I got you. DD, Preston Johnson, Michael Jackson. Oops. There we go. All right. And see what's going on. All right. Michael Jackson, Shalon Mitchell, D. Brown, Black God. What up, King Lemuel Productions? Man, what's going on with this? Something's going on with this damn. Man, this live stream be tripping. I hope y'all can hope y'all can see me. I'm trying to figure out to just flip something. Hope I can. Dwayne Hicks, what up? Christopher Banks, Empress B. What up? The Animated Truth Network. I guess True to 8. If y'all can hear me well, let me know, because I think I just messed up something in the live stream. I don't know what I just did. It just, God dang it. What did I just do? Oh, man. Is it good? Can y'all hear me? Am I good? Because I just hit the wrong button up here somewhere. I don't know what the hell just happened. Oh, animated. Oh, that's Reggie. What up, Reg? The Animated Truth Network. If you haven't, real quick, if you haven't checked out the Know Your Rights Foundation anime on the videos I put up, I think it was Thursday or Friday, go check them out. Go check out those animation videos. We got some big things coming. Shout out. And that was done by the homie Reggie at the Animated Truth Network. And he's in the chat. Let him know what's up if you like the videos. We had Trump letting you know you got to learn your rights. I know you seen the video. He forgot to put in, it's huge. It's going to be a huge deal. I don't know how you left out huge. You can't leave out huge. How you leave out huge, Reggie? But it's off the chain, though. If you haven't seen the videos, please go check out the videos and then go join the Know Your Rights Foundation, because it's about to go down. With Trump in office, I'm trying to tell you, we gonna talk about it today, too. That's why I had to come and tell you today. Y'all probably don't know about this stuff, what Trump is doing behind the scenes. But appreciate you for showing up on a Monday. It's not a Saturn's Day, it's a Monday. It's a moon day. It's all good. Anybody who ordered a package, your package should be gone. Should be out. So appreciate you for supporting. And that's anybody else who wants to support Know Your Rights Foundation, or actually Real Nagas. Support Real Nagas first, then you can. I need you right here, right now. But you can support both. But make sure you go to realnagas.com. Order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy right here. Boom. I'm gonna hook you up with the deal. This is what you're paying for right here, but I'm gonna give you all of this for free. Well, not all of this. You get one of these. This is the Know Your Rights manual. You either get the blue one, the gold dragon, or the red right here. And these, this lets you know everything you need to know about police stops and pedestrian stops, which are police stops on foot, traffic stops, and pedestrian stops. Everything you need to know and how to get back at police officers when they violate your rights. This is it right here. This is the last game. Once we're able to handle the police, what happens then? What do they do with us when we know how to smash on the police? There's nothing else. There's nothing else for them to do. That's their last line of defense is the popo, and they know your ass is scared of them. So when you get rid of that fear of the popo, what happens? What happens? You become Thanos in this bitch. So make sure you get over and you get this right here, the Know Your Rights manuals. You also get the constitutional rights card. This is lets everybody, the police officers, know what your rights are and what will happen when they violate your constitutional rights. It's basically the cliff notes for the Know Your Rights manual. And then right here, you get the qualified immunity notice and card right here. This lets them know they lose that qualified immunity when they violate your constitutional rights, and you get it on camera when they knowingly violate your rights. So you have to alert police officers that they're in danger of violating your rights. Because I know it's messed up that you have to do that. They should know that they're doing it beforehand. However, that's not what the law says. The law says they have to knowingly be doing it, right? So when you alert them they're in danger of violating your constitutional rights and you get it on camera, they can't claim in court later, well, I didn't know. They can't claim that qualified immunity because it's for when you didn't know. Well, you did know. I alerted you that you were in danger of violating the constitutional rights and you did it. Boom. So you keep these in your car. You get this. You keep these in your car. You hand this to police officers when they pull you over and you say, I don't answer questions. When they start talking about that, say, hey, where you coming from? Where you going? Nice night, huh? So you still live at this address? Where are you going here? What are you doing now? They want to ask you everything. Did you have something to drink when you left? Did you have anything to drink? You got any guns or drugs in the car? All of these different questions. You don't have to answer any of those damn questions. It's a probing session to get you to when they stop you for switching lanes without signaling or something like that. They're trying to escalate the damn stop to probable cause. So when they start asking you all them damn questions, they waiting to see how you answer it. If you gonna stutter, if you nervous and all the rest of that, that gives police officers a little more leeway. It's like, oh, well, he looked suspicious. That's why you say, boom, I don't answer questions, officer. You give them this, they trying to trick you when they asking, they not trying to be nice to you. No officer, when they trying to be nice, they're not trying to be your friend. Promise you they not. It's a tactic they teach in police school. Gain your confidence, make you think that the police officer's on your side, and then you gonna cough up all the book. Yeah, we know we coming from a little celebration we had. We had about 3, 4. Well, I didn't have 3 or 4 drinks. They was drinking, and I had, I just had a sip of a drink, officer. Oh, you only had a sip, huh? Well, I smell the alcohol. You want to step outside the car for me for a real quick second? All right, boo, you sip. So you only had a sip of a drink, huh? Yeah, officer. I knew I had to drive, officer. So I told them that they could go ahead and drink, but for me, I wanted to be responsible one, so I just took a sip. You know what I'm saying? Well, you mind doing a field sobriety test for me right here, just to prove that you that you're not drunk? Well, officer, I got a bad knee. You know what I'm saying? When I walk a little bit, I put a little pressure on that knee. So if I walk that line, and if I dip a little bit, it may look like I'm drunk, but I ain't really drunk, officer. See? You don't do all that. You hand them this, and you say, I don't answer questions. Leave me the hell alone. Boom, right here, all right? You keep this in your car. And then also, you get the decks of flashcards when you order. The 5 decks of flashcard deal is over, but you still get the 2 decks of flashcards. So you get, when you order, you're going to get the Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2. However, we do have more flashcards. We have Law and Government Flashcards, Volume 1 and 2, and Supreme Court Cases, Volume 1. So somebody ordered and thought that we have 5 volumes of Law and Government Flashcards. We do not. We only have 5 decks of flashcards, period. Police Stop Flashcards, Volume 1 and 2. Law and Government Flashcards, Volume 1 and 2. And then the Supreme Court cases. So I don't know what you thought you were getting. But again, these are free. I'm giving you this stuff, you guys. I just want you to know this is free stuff. I'm giving y'all. This is worth like $200 worth of stuff I'm giving y'all for free. So make sure you get over to realnagas.com, order the Great Book of Melanin Research, everything you need to know about your melanin, and you will get hooked up with the deal. Give you all of that for free. The books don't come free. You got to order the hard copy. The books ain't free, but all the rest of that stuff is free. You need to learn the law, I'm telling you, and you're going to find out when Trump starts smashing on you, just it's all of this. It's ramping up. Police officers are starting to get more emboldened. So if you want to be able to smash on police officers when they think they got the drop on you, you got to get over and call us. I'm telling you. You got to hit us up. All right, everybody. Let's get into, really quick. Everybody who hit me with the Cash Apps during the week. Appreciate you. The Cash App is Real Nagas, the number 9. You see, they got me out of the super chat. So if you want to support, make sure you hit the Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9. You say South Africa, the Bo Alfred from South Africa. What up? What up, South Africa? Trump tried to trip on you up in there, boy. What happened? Trump tried to trip on your damn president, man. We're going to talk about it in a minute. But anybody, also for the Patreon, anybody wants to join the Patreon? Oh, Conceptual Elixirs, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. It says Shawarma Monday. Only got one more week on my cleanse, man. I got one more week and I go on my cleanse next Sunday. So I'm going all out this week, goddammit. You understand? Going all out. But if anybody want to join the Patreon, if you want to learn the law, how to get yourself out of the system. This is where we teach you how to gain your status back and get yourself out of the system of the United States of America, Inc. Just go to patreon.com/realnagas, sign up to the highest level, the highest status class level, and I will give you the paperwork that will free you from the system. But you have to be able to explain it. If you're able to explain the paperwork to me properly, then I will give it to you for free. So you sign up. The law classes are on Patreon. You can watch them at your leisure. There's like 25, 27 law classes on there, each 3.5 hours each. So they're very long. So you're going to get a lot of information. And then you can study it at your leisure. And then you hit me up and let me know when you're ready. And then if you're ready to take the test, I will give you the paperwork for free if you can explain it. So again, patreon.com/realnagas. You want to take yourself out of the system. You need both law. You need police stop law and you need the status law. Status laws for the government. Just so you know, when the government comes after you and they say you're in our jurisdiction and all the rest of that type of stuff, and they come after you for taxes and all that type of stuff, you really want to be out of the system. You don't need to be out of the system for taxes. However, it's better if you are. And then when the government comes after you for anything, your child needs to do this, or you're obligated to do this. You need to take this. Nuh-uh. I'm out of the system, buddy. Then you didn't get my paperwork? Well, that's on you. That's not on me. I sent it to you. If you didn't read it, that's on you. So that's how that goes. When you sever your contracts from the corporation, they can't make you do anything. But as long as you contracted with them, they can force you to do anything because you're an asset of the corporation. That is what they term you as, an asset of the United States of America, Inc. So if you want to pull yourself out and regain your own, regain yourself as an asset, hit me up, patreon.com/realnagas. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Shout out to my Gemineses. I'm going to say shout out to my Gemineses. It's Gemini season. Shout out to my Gemineses. My sister's a Gemini. Shout out to my Gemineses. The homie Zoe is a Gemini. Shout out to the homie Zoe. Zoe what show? Gemineses, what up, y'all? Y'all talking ass motherfuckers. Y'all some talky ass motherfuckers, boy. Y'all like to run y'all mouth all day. Goddamn Geminis. But nah, Geminis, y'all, y'all some funny motherfuckers. I got 5 Geminis in my chart, so just let me say, I probably got more Gemini than most people. So I'm crazy. That's why I'm so crazy. I got 4 Aries and 5 Geminis in my chart. That's why I'm a nut. Just so you know, I got a whole bunch of crazy in here. So shout out to my Geminis. Everybody, Geminis are crazy. They got 2, Geminis got 2 motherfuckers working. That's the twin. That's the sign of the twin. They got 2 niggas in there. Just so you know, y'all ain't know, Gemini's got 2 motherfuckers up here. So when you be like a Gemini is one way, and then somebody else be like, nah, a Gemini is this way, y'all both right. Y'all both absolutely right. A Gemini is this way and that way. Depends on what day you catch them. Crazy as hell. Funny as hell, but crazy as hell. Love my Gemini people, though. Shout out to my Gemini. Your birthday tomorrow, Gerald Jelks. What up, boy? Shout out to your solar return, boy. Crazy ass Gemini. You one of them crazy ass Geminis. See, I know, because my sister's crazy ass Gemini. I know. My homie Zoe is a crazy ass Gemini. That's how I know. Y'all some crazy boy. I dated a crazy ass Gemini. No, but y'all some cool motherfuckers though. Geminis are okay with me. Okay with me. I love me some Geminis. Y'all cool. So shout out to the Gemineses. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Cause it's hey man, what's up? All right, it's been a whole bunch. Got an extra two or 3 days of news in here. I had to pack in here. I already had enough information, then had to pack 2 or 3 more days worth of news. So let's see if we can get it. All right. So this is Happy King's Day. Oh yeah, Gerald. Give a shout out to Gerald. He said his Gerald Jelks said his solar return is tomorrow. Give Gerald Jelks a little shout out in the chat, in the super chat. All right, everybody. So a report from the Washington Post says that Trump told Netanyahu, bitch, we will abandon you if you continue this war. That's what Trump told Netanyahu, bitch. Like, look here, nigga. You fucking up, bitch. You keep on bombing these little kids, nigga. That shit coming back on me, nigga. I'm about to leave your bitch ass to the wayside, fool, or something. that's in hood terms. That's how Trump with him, you know. That's what that's a hood translation. Look here, bitch ass nigga. Stop bombing the babies, bitch. No. But no, he went to him and told him, he told him, if you continue this war, we're gonna abandon you. We're out of here. Salam alaikum. We're peace. How do you say shalom? Shalom alaikum? Shalom alaikum? Is that how you say it? Is that how you do it? In what? In the Hebrew? Shalom alaikum? Okay, yeah, we're out of here. That's what Trump told him. And Israel, after he told him that, Netanyahu bitch said he's planning to take over all of Gaza. Oh, word? Okay. Okay. All right, we just gonna take over all the shit then. Like, you about to bounce? Okay, we about to take it all over then. So then he's about to launch something called Operation Gideon's Chariot. That's the operation that he has that's going to clear out Gaza, called Gideon's Chariot. These motherfuckers in these names. Operation Gideon's Chariot. We're clearing it out for God. We're clearing it out for the Messiah. We're clearing out Gaza for the Messiah. Like, nigga, what? Operation Gideon's Chariot. The fuck is you doing? They be full of shit, man. So then, basically, this is alleged in opposition to Trump. He said Operation Giddy Up. We got to clear out Gaza. Giddying up and in Gaza. Giddy up in Gaza. That's what they gonna call it. Giddy up in Gaza. That's not cool though. That's some bullshit what they doing, man. It's fucked up that they give it names like this. That's funny that you make fun of, but it's really fucked up what they're doing. So apparently he's doing this against Trump's wishes. So JD Vance, he went over there. He was on a trip over there. He canceled his trip to New Kazari. He canceled his trip because when they started launching the strike over there on the strip, on the Gaza Strip, he didn't want the optics to look like America was supporting the operation. Soon as this fool starts an operation, America lands and goes visit Israel. He's like, nah, fuck that shit. That nigga turned the pain around. He's like, fuck, oh, y'all want to do that shit? And we told you not to? All right, skirt. That nigga did the skirt in the air and did a busted the U in the air and went back. And he went back home. And Netanyahu is on one right now. See, people don't understand. Netanyahu is on the verge of collapse. This fool is doing the electric slide to try not to get caught. This nigga is hitting it. Is that how you do the electric slide? I wasn't an electric slide good person. I wasn't with the nigga dances. Sorry. I wasn't with the nigga shit. I didn't learn the nigga dances. But no, I'm just playing. But this nigga is doing the electric slide right now because his old people, they're trying to get him out of office. All of Israel, what you don't hear in Israel is Israel wants Netanyahu out of office. They're trying to get him out of office like bad. So much so, they had at the cabinet meeting in Israel last week. You gotta go see the video. One of the cabinet members got up and he started shitting on Netanyahu bitch on the mic. They was like, "Oh, nigga, you can't do that." They started talking, and they basically were just saying, "And you're killing Israel. This water." And so he basically saying the war's fucked up. You're killing Israel. You're fucking up Israel's credit around the world. He's basically shitting on the whole thing, right? Man, I don't know if y'all remember. What was it? Showtime at the Apollo. Anybody remember Showtime at the Apollo? Sandman Sims. That's what they did. Sandman came out for that nigga. Sandman Sims came out for that nigga tap dancing on some get your bitch ass. They snatched that nigga off the podium so fast. But he was trying to stay on the podium. So they was fighting. Y'all need to see, man, y'all Google the video, y'all. YouTube the video. So they tried to snatch this nigga off the podium in Israel because he was talking crazy about the war. They snatch him off. He fights back. The podium gets knocked down. They knocking the mic off the podium and shit. Hey, it's going down in Israel, New Kazaria. They want you to think they all good. Everything's great. Everybody over there is with the Netanyahu bitch war and all that. Nah, it is turmoil and strife over there. And the only thing they have is America by the balls, really. That's the only thing they got in their back pocket that allows them to exist is that they got America by the balls. But Trump is trying to, apparently, Trump is trying to break free. He's trying to snip some of them hairs. Netanyahu's like, no, I have you by the ball. No, not Mr. Trump. No, I have you. Trump is like, bitch, you better get off me, motherfucker. So, that is crazy. They leveling the whole damn Gaza Strip. They blowing that shit up. He trying to build condos for the new Khazarians. So it's already leveled, but they went to the rubble and they blew up that rubble so that they can now just clear it out. Basically trying to just turn it into as much dust as they can so they can just bring some shit in and haul it out. So France and the UK and Canada, they condemned the operation. They trying to get on their shit and like, we disagree with Israel. Well, are you still doing business with Israel? Okay, well, I ain't trying to hear your bullshit then. If you still doing business with Israel, shut the fuck up. If you disagree with what New Kazaria is doing over there, if you disagree, then don't do business with them. That really shows that you're not with the bullshit. We disagree, but we're going to finish up this $500 billion deal. Yes, we're doing, after the deal, we're going to have talks with him. We're going to tell you, you're very bad, man. You're very bad, Netanyahu. Very bad. After the $500 billion deal, trade deal. Okay. So I guess New Kazaria is not that bad. You don't condemn them that much. So, but what they did though, they said they threatened, this is what they did. They threatened to recognize Palestine as a state. Because if they do that, if any valid country recognizes, any of the first world countries recognizes Palestine as a state, Gaza or Israel can't take it over. It's like damn near, it's the hardest thing for them to do is take it over if it gets recognized as a state. Because really what they don't want is that two-state deal, right? Everybody was like, all right, y'all need a two-state solution over there. Need to be Israel, need to be Palestine, y'all need a two-state deal. And then some people like, nah, that ain't gonna work because Israel's still gonna try to control y'all. So y'all need to bring it into one state. And then the people like, no, if they bring it into one state, Israel's still gonna try to control that shit too. So, but everybody figures, all right, the two-state solution is gonna be the best way. Sovereign Palestine, sovereign Israel. So, but most countries won't recognize that. They weren't recognizing that around the world. And then Trump did it first. Trump, I mean, say that Trump did it first. He said he was going to recognize Palestine first as a state. Then everybody else jumped on after that. Yeah, make sure you take your shoes off. I see you got your shoes. Man, it's only, what this? Most of y'all in here with your damn shoes on, you know damn well. You know the rules coming up in here. Please hit the like button. That means let's take your shoes off when you enter the dojo. You always got to disrespect my dojo, man. Want to come here, just ear hustle for information. Don't want to do nothing. Want to do this. That's all it takes. This right here. How hard is that? God dang, lazy niggas. Deotis Dixon, appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the Cash App. Everybody else who hits the Cash App, appreciate you guys. Damn, hit the goddamn like button. Was your thumb taking a rest? What the fuck? You can't work that motherfucker out. Give it a workout. Like, hit that shit. So also they're threatening sanctions on Netanyahu bitch. So Netanyahu bitch told them they need to follow Trump's lead. So basically, they're clearing out this. So remember when Trump and Netanyahu bitch came here, and Trump surprised Netanyahu bitch saying, we're going to take over, America's going to take over Gaza, right? We're going to clear it out, and we're going to take over Gaza. That surprised Netanyahu bitch. He didn't want that. He wanted Trump to go and say, you guys clear it out and take it over, right? So, but after that happened, Trump got so much backlash from it. He was like, he pulled back on it and was like, all right, we're going to bring in Egypt. We're going to bring in Jordan. Excuse me. And they're going to be the countries that help, solidify the Gaza Strip. So we're not going to take it over, but we're going to get Jordan and Egypt to do it, Muslim countries. So Netanyahu bitch didn't like that. He didn't like that, right? But the plan is to clear it out and rebuild it, right? So Netanyahu bitch comes in. He's like, well, I'm going to just clear this bitch out for Israel. I'm going to clear it out for Israel and then make it seem like it's Trump's plan. Because Trump came out with the plan before, right, of clearing out the Gaza Strip. So Netanyahu bitch is like, oh, so I'm just going to do that. And then because Trump, you remember, so Trump openly is trying to separate from New Khazaria. He's canceled canceled communication with Netanyahu bitch. I mean, everything. He kicked all of his spies out of his cabinet, all of this shit. So, right, he's breaking away from New Khazaria, right? And so New Khazaria is like, bitch, you ain't about to break free from us. So when he starts to clear out the Gaza Strip, this bitch ass nigga goes on the mic and says, we're just doing Trump's plan. That's what he says. He goes on, he said, the world needs to follow Trump's lead, basically saying, let us do what the fuck we want to do over in Gaza. But that's not what Trump said. Trump didn't say, y'all can go do what you want to do over there. Trump was like, yo, Jordan and Jordan and Egypt needs to be involved because they're Muslims. And so they need to be involved in this solution. And Netanyahu bitch is like, fuck you niggas. And then he gonna blame it on Trump. Netanyahu bitch is evil as fuck, man. He gonna go ahead and clear out the damn strip and then act like it was Trump's idea. That's diabolical right there. That is some diabolical shit. And then also he's planning to strike, the nuclear strikes or to strike nuclear. Bernita Taylor. Sorry, Bernita Taylor. Appreciate you. Thank you for the Cash App. Appreciate all the Cash Apps for the Schwarmer donations. For my last week before my cleanse. I gotta do a cleanse next week, so I gotta go crazy this month. I gotta go crazy this week, y'all. But so Netanyahu bitch is planning on bombing also Iran's nuclear sites. So this fool going crazy because Trump was trying to deal with Iran, so he didn't want that. So now he want to bomb Iran. So this motherfucker. So again, Trump and Netanyahu bitch are at odds. Trump and Netanyahu bitch are at odds, which is crazy shit, right? So it's funny though how right soon as he about to do that shit, as he's about to launch the Gideon thing, uh, there's a goddamn alleged false flag at the DC in the DC, killing the two Khazarians got taken out. So just as all the world is coming out against New Khazaria, everybody's starting to see the light. As everybody's starting to question, why isn't the Epstein files out right now? Oh, because Epstein was a New Khazarian. He was a Mossad agent. Uh-oh. All of this stuff is starting to come out. Wait a minute. The papers came out about JFK, that they wanted New Israel's name redacted. Israel's name was redacted over a dozen times out of the JFK files. All of this stuff is coming out about coming out about Israel. Then all of a sudden they like, oh shit. What is Israel's card? What card do they play every time when you start trying to find them out? They play the victim card. Boom. They always play the victim card. Somebody gets taken out. The false flag, somebody gets taken out. Then they play what is usually really the anti-Semitism card. You're anti-Semitism, anti-Semitic. No, you're anti. Then everybody got to shut up. As soon as you start pointing at these niggas, they start saying anti-Semitic. Then you got to. So now that two New Khazarians were killed in DC, now that all the animosity that was going against New Khazaria, oh, you got to pull it back now. You can't speak the truth because two Khazarians were just taken out. And so you got to be sensitive and you got to scream this anti-Semitism shit. just like New Khazaria wants you to do. So it's all bullshit. Everybody sees it. New Khazaria is falling. And they're trying to take America with them. That nigga Netanyahu was trying to take America down with his bitch ass. America's not going, bitch. So we'll see how that works out. But in the meantime, bitch ass Trump, because Trump ain't no cool, he just ain't some cool motherfucker. I'd give you the real deal, good or bad. In this instance, bitch ass Trump tries to chastise the South African president. Did y'all see that shit? about the fake genocide in South Africa? How he tried to chastise him? So they brought him there to talk about some trade deals, right? Some mineral deals and trade deals. Then he gets him in there, and then the nigga ambushes the nigga. What about the genocide over in South Africa? African president was like, what? He was like, huh? He's like, yeah, can you lower the lights, please? Can you lower the lights? Yeah, lower the lights. Yeah, what's going on here? What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on right there? Yeah, white farmers are dying. Like, motherfucker, I didn't come here to talk about that shit. I mean, he said, what's fake about it? Where the bodies? It's not a genocide. What's fake about it? It's not a genocide. Trump did that because of Israel, because South Africa accused Israel of a genocide along in the UN, and they got them. They were the main people that initiated the genocide claim against Israel. South Africa started that. So now Israel is pissed, and they say, oh, go blame them for genocide too, which is not happening. So apparently everybody's dying, and Trump wants to pick out the white people. There's a whole lot of people dying. But because the white people are dying, everybody got to focus on the white people. He said, so, all right, well, what about the black people dying? All right, white people are dying in South Africa. Okay, we'll give you that. But what about the black people? It's everybody. There's a whole lot of people dying. What about the black folks? We don't get black people. They don't know. No, black people, no. Only no. And he said it. He said, it's the white farmers. he said, because when they tried to say that when he tried to tell them that everybody's dying, he said, but no, there's the white farmers. And he says, the farmers are white. Like, he goes like that. And he said, whether that's a good or a bad thing, but the farmers are white. Like, wait a minute. So you acknowledging that most of the land over there is owned by Caucasian people. So this is the deal, man. talked about this, I think, before, but 80% of the people over 80% of the people are melanated, while they only own 4% of the land. Whereas Caucasians, the white South Africans, they own 80% of the land and they only 7% of the population. So now let me just say this. I ain't caping for South African government at all. Them niggas is corrupt as shit. But I've dealt with some African governments. Them niggas is some we tried to deal with a couple of African governments at a couple of times back in the day. And goddamn, let me just say, them niggas they not on the up and up. But let me just say, in this instance right here, I'm just talking about this instance with Trump and how he's trying to claim that that South Africa is doing the genocide. So he put the video on. It wasn't a video of anybody dying. It was a video of the activist over there, and they were screaming, "Kill the farmer! Kill the poor farmer!" Or whatever, which I guess means farmer. Kill the poor, whatever the hell the word is for white person over there, and kill the farmer. So they was taking that as, okay, this group over here was saying kill the farmer. But then the South African president was like, I don't fuck with that. That's not what I believe. He said that's what he's saying. And so Trump was like, why don't you go arrest that man right there? Why don't you go arrest him for saying that right there? Like, motherfucker, I can't arrest him for his views unless he go actually do something. This is not America, motherfucker. You can't. So in America, you can't incite violence in America, but over in other countries, you can't tell other countries how they need to operate in their country. That's a sovereign country. So Trump over here acting like he's somebody's motherfucking daddy and chastising somebody. You need to do this. You need to do that. Motherfucker, who the fuck are you, bitch, to try to tell me what to do in my country? Thank you, Leah, for the salmon. Appreciate you for the CashApp. Thank you, girl. But who is Trump to try to sit up here and try to chastise the South African president for what he doing in this country? If you don't get the fuck out of here. If I was the South African president, I'd have told him, Mr. Trump, sir. Mr. Trump, sir. I know you are trying to tell me about what I am doing in my country. However, what about you ball-goggling Israel? You are a Netanyahu ball-goggler, aren't you? I think you have Netanyahu's ball in your throat right now. I can see it moving around. It is moving. It is alive. Oh my God! I can see it now. It's moving. It's even dictating your speech. I would have got. Don't tell me how to do my country until you tell Netanyahu to eat a dick. Until then, you can eat a dick, Mr. Trump. That's what he should have told me. Don't tell me, bitch ass motherfucker, how to run my country when Israel got a dick up your ass, bitch. Until you remove Netanyahu's balls from your mouth and his dick from your ass, Mr. Trump, you can never tell me how to run my country. Okay? Okay, sir? I'd have did him just like that. Now, I am out of here. I am going to talk to China. China, where are you? I will be there in 20 hours. Okay? China and Russia, I will be coming to you. That's what I'd have told that bitch ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck do you think you are trying to talk to me? Tell me about my country, what I'm doing. Like you somebody daddy. So last week I said he was doing it for Elon, but it was really for New Kazari. It's for Elon because Elon was in the room. Elon was in the room, so it is for Elon, but it's really for New Kazaria because South Africa led the charge, the campaign to call New Kazaria what they're doing a genocide. So of course he has to get back at South Africa, right? Or New Kazaria has to get back at South Africa. But I don't know if Trump knows he's like it's all being engineered from the back end for him to do this. So I don't even know if if he knows he's being manipulated by New Kazaria. But one of the South African billionaires who was in the room, he had to check Trump and said, no, it's a lot of people dying. So even though they had everybody and they were trying to say it's this genocide with no bodies, they only had these damn crosses representing people who were supposed to be killed, all these thousands and thousands of farmers who were killed. Where the bodies at? Where the video at? Nigga, it's 2025. If it's if it's thousands of goddamn farmers being killed, it would be some goddamn video of that shit. Where the video? Don't show me no bunch of crosses, motherfucker. I don't want to see no bunch of crosses. I want to see the goddamn video. Where the bodies at? Show me a goddamn body. Show me 10 bodies. Show me 15. Because when they brought the actual numbers out, they said out of the people who was killed on the farm, it was like 200 and something people killed on the farm. 7 of them were Caucasian. The rest of them were the black damn farm hands who got killed. When they showed the numbers, now I don't know if the numbers is true. I'm just showing you the numbers that was on the news. I saw them on different news channels. The numbers that came out was out of the people who were killed on the farm, it was like 200 and something people who were killed on the farm. Out of those 200 and something people killed on the farm, 7 were Caucasian farmers. 7 were the farmers, Caucasian farmers. The rest were the black farm hands who died. So he don't give a shit about them. You don't give a fuck about them. So again, this is Trump like being pro. He's being on this pro white stuff. It's about the white people. You let the white people in, but you want to kick out the damn Haitians. Okay, you can let both in. If both are being persecuted in their countries, you can let the South Africans in and you can let the Haitians in. How about that? Why don't you do that? No, I'm gonna kick the Haitians out and let these niggas in. So it doesn't make any sense. So the South African president, you should have told Mr. Trump, sir, you can eat a dick. Is that how you say it? Is in your country? Is that how they say in the country? Is that it? Yes, Mr. Trump, eat a dick, sir. Yes, EAD. I think that's the term. That's it. That's the terminology. Yes, EAD, sir. And I'm out, bitch. Try to tell me what to do with my goddamn country, bitch. So, moving along. Oops. Hold on. Gotta get. So, Trump also has a 2-hour. Speaking of Trump and talking shit to people, Trump had a 2-hour conversation with and just want to say real quick though, because I just want to be clear that I'm not caping for South African government. The South African government is stealing land from motherfuckers they're taking. So basically, what they're doing is they're taking land from a lot of the Caucasian South Africans and giving it and supposedly giving it to the black people, but they're not giving it to the black people because they're not giving the land grants over to the people who have the land. The government is keeping the land. So really, what's happening is the government is taking land and keeping the land and telling other people they own the land, but they don't own the land because the government ain't giving up the goddamn paperwork to the land. So the government is foul. Let me be clear. The government, the South African government, is on some shady shit, but this genocide bullshit that they keep trying to talk about is all engineered by Israel, New Kazaria. I just want to say that. So just be clear. South Africa's on some bullshit. But so moving along though, Trump had a conversation. He had a conversation with well, really quick though, before I do that, I had to say, still with the New Kazaria, I forgot about this one right here. So, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, this is what, speaking of the Epstein stuff, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, they gave an interview and they were asked, did Epstein take himself out? And they said, yeah. Epstein took himself out in a jail that was designed not to commit suicide. The whole jail is designed for people not to commit suicide. But Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino, who everybody's supposed to believe and trust, just believe us, guys. FBI 1 and FBI 2, they come out and say, we seen the files. Epstein, I've seen the files. He killed himself. What? Well, can we see it? Can we see the files? Because the first day, that Pam Bondi, I have thousands of files on my desk. All right, well, where they at? Where the files at? Thousands on your desk, but we don't get to see them? Then when Kash Patel he was being questioned by the Senate, John Kennedy, he asked him, yo, not the John Kennedy, I think it's the JFK's nephew or cousin or whatever. He said, did Epstein kill himself? And Kash Patel was like, he did. He said, well, when do you think we'll be able to see evidence of that? Pretty soon, sir. Get the fuck out of here. Then he goes on Fox News, and that's when they ask him, people don't believe you when you said that Epstein killed himself. He said, well, you know, and then he laughed a little bit, and he looked to the side, and he was nervous and shit. And then he said, well, you know, I've been a prosecutor, and I've been in segregated housing, and I've dealt with suicides before. And I'm like, what does all that got to do with this? I've been a prosecutor. I've been in segregated housing. What the fuck does segregated housing have to do with Epstein killing himself? See, anybody who understands a liar, when somebody lies and they're trying to keep the lie, they're trying to throw you off, they'll introduce more information than they have to. This is how you catch a liar. This is going to show you how to catch a liar. When somebody lies, they will always offer more information than they have to. He said it's called detect. He said, I don't believe he's dead. Oh, well, yeah, go and do some detecting. But when somebody lies, though, just listen to them. If somebody's straightforward, they'll just tell you what's up. This bitch ass nigga, he went over my goddamn block, and they'll just tell you just straight off, and it comes and it flows. When somebody's lying, you'll detect the spaces in their speech because they're trying to figure it out. When they're lying to you, it doesn't flow. Somebody's speech does not flow when they're lying because there's spaces in it because they're trying to figure out what to say next. So that's how you catch somebody. Then they'll offer more information than you need. Oh, I was a prosecutor. I've seen segregated housing. What the fuck does segregated housing have to do when Epstein killed himself, bitch? Did nobody ask you about segregated housing? I've seen suicides. And this is it. He killed himself. I'm just so sure he killed himself. I've seen it. I've seen segregated housing. I've been there. I was there. Like, what does that got to do? He was in jail, nigga. He wasn't in no segregated. What the fuck is he talking about right now? And then they put the camera on Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino. I saw the files. He killed himself. Wait a minute. Say that again, Dan Bongino. Say what you say, Dan. I saw the files. He killed himself. Well, Dan. You are the biggest bitch ass nigga always on your channel talking this crazy shit about Epstein. You the loudest motherfucker talking about this Epstein shit don't add up. You are the loudest bitch ass nigga talking about this Epstein files. We need to dig deeper. The camera was off. The guards went to sleep. How did the guards just happen to go to sleep when Epstein killed him? How did the cameras just happen to go off and the guards just went to sleep all of a sudden and it kept? You was all of that. Where that at, Dan? Can you explain that? Since you seen the files, motherfucker, explain that shit. Is that in the files? Can we see that? Can you explain the file? How you can explain how the camera went off and the motherfuckers went to sleep at the exact time this nigga killed himself in a jail that's designed not for you to kill yourself? I saw the files. He killed himself. Get your bitch ass out of here. So the real story is Kash Patel and Dan Bongino is they're New Khazarian ball garglers. They're New Khazarian ball garglers. I mean, extraordinaire. Like, I mean, way more than Trump. Trump is not an ideologist. He's a transactional person. He makes deals. Trump is not an ideologue. He doesn't have like, yo, I believe in it, other than America being great. That's probably the only thing he really believes in. But other than that shit, he's about making deals. But Cash and Dan Bongino, they MIGA. They some MIGAs for real. My MIGA. My MIGA. My MIGA. My nigga. My MIGA. They some MIGAs. They some stone cold MIGAs. MIGAs for life. And they asked Dan Bongino one time what was his greatest cause to his heart. Some lady was asking him in an interview, what's the greatest cause to your heart? What do you truly believe in? He's like, the defense of Israel. The defense of Israel. Okay. We see what you had. Niggas with attitude. MWA. Dan Bongino and Cash is MWA. Niggas with attitude. They are some Israel ball gargling, ball sniffing, ball massaging, ball toting. They do it all. They do it all with the Khazarian ball. Hey, that even rhyme. They do it all with the Khazarian ball. And that's why you're not hearing anything about the Epstein files. Because again, when they said they was going to release this stuff, they didn't know how deep New Khazaria was in on the shit. They didn't know. So we're going to release everything. We're going to release it all on the first day. All of it. Yeah, get it out there. Just let it all. They thought it was like CIA and American deep state shit. They didn't know it was the CIA and Mossad. You know, the CIA and Mossad are the same fucking group, right? Gotta say allegedly, but CIA and Mossad are literally the same organization. Same fucking organization. CIA and Mossad, same fucking organization. So when they saw that shit and was like, oh, god damn. I don't even need to see that. They were like, oh shit. They was like, god damn. We gotta hide this shit. So Cash, when is the information coming on Epstein? It's coming. We're going through it. We're being thorough. We have our magnifying glasses out. We're putting our eye right up on it. We're making sure all the T's are crossed. Oh fuck, that put a dot on that eye right there. We gotta be meticulous. So we don't know how long it's gonna take. It's a whole bunch of eyes that don't have dots. So we have to go over everyone. So I don't know how long it's gonna take, but yeah, damn, it's so many eyes in here that's supposed to have dots. So maybe what, 17 years, 18 years? Is that good? Like, no, bitch, we want to know now. Motherfucker. We don't need you to dot the I's and cross the T's, motherfucker. We don't need that. Show us the goddamn shit right now. Cash Patel and Dan Bongino was like, so this is how bad New Khazaria is, or Israel is ensconced inside of America's asses, or American politicians' asses. So moving along, like I said, so Pootie Tang, where'd it go? Hold on. Netanyahu, Trump, he called Netanyahu, or Pootie Tang, and they had a conversation, and they agreed, they had a soft agreement to stop the war, or have a ceasefire on a soft agreement. Trump told them that America would be willing to, he told them America would be willing to trade with Russia in the future. That's all really Putin wants. Putin really wants he wants America or the world to open up the trade. He wants to be inside of Europe. He wants to be inside of America. He's already, China doesn't really allow that many people in there, but he's trying to get in there. So he just wants Russia to be trade-wise. He wants Russia to be implemented in other countries. Basically, he just want world trade. And people are scared of this nigga, so they won't let him into the trade, into their countries and trade. So Trump promised them, yo, in the future, we can do some trade. And so that's when he agreed to it. And then right after that, Netanyahu bitch went and bombed Ukraine. Or not yet, I mean Putin. See, Putin or Pootie-tang went and bombed Ukraine. Right after they had that meeting and agreed to a ceasefire, Putin went and bombed them. And then Trump came out and said, I'm really upset. That's what he just said yesterday. I'm really upset with Putin. I'm really upset. Like, so why didn't you talking that shit like you did to the South African president? Talk that same shit that you did to the South African president. Talk that shit to Pootie-tang. You know why you won't talk that shit to Pootie-tang? Because he got nuclear weapons. That's why. See, they know who they can talk that shit to and who they can't. And see, when they try to act like they don't have a lower perception of African countries or melanated countries, it's bullshit. Because there's no way that you would talk to Putin like you talk to the South African president, bitch. You wouldn't talk to Macron like that. You wouldn't talk to any other leader. You wouldn't talk to Kim Jong-un over there. You wouldn't talk to none of them cats like that. But the South African president, you think you can have him in your office and chastise him like a goddamn child. Call Pootie-tang, nigga. Tell him to do that. And Pootie-tang is like, bitch, fuck you, Trump. And he launched the strike anyway. So Trump is mad. Just really quick. Pootie-tang, do y'all know that you seen the movie Pootie-tang, but did y'all know who wrote the movie Pootie-tang? Do y'all know who wrote that movie? Let me see if y'all on your game. Because everybody, it's a hood. It's first of all, it's a terrible movie, but it's a hood classic. Sadate. Sadate. So y'all know who wrote that shit? No, not Chris Rock. Sadate. Nope, not Chris Rock. Louis C.K., yep. Mike Fonz got it. Louis C.K. Louis C.K., the comedian, the Caucasian comedian. From Mexico. Louis C.K. wrote Pootie-tang. I was floored when I heard that shit. I was like, what? Louis C.K. wrote Pootie-tang? I was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit tripped me the hell out when I found that shit out. But Trump and Pootie-tang is beefing right now, so we'll see. But that shit is hilarious. So moving along. Excuse me. You see how I was talking about how they disrespect the melanated countries. So just to show you how much disrespect they have for melanated countries. What is the only country, so that, you know, all the countries who have had nuclear weapons, what is the only country that's ever voluntarily given up their nuclear weapons? Voluntarily. The only country, there's only been one country to ever voluntarily give up their nuclear weapons. What country was that? Does anybody know? Hold on, I'll be back. Put it in the chat. What country voluntarily gave up? Said Libya, Ukraine, Japan, nope. Libya's, Iran, Switzerland, nope. Iraq, nope. Ukraine, Afghanistan, nope. None of those. Libya, nope. The only country to ever voluntarily give up their nuclear weapons was South Africa. After the black people took control. After melanated people took control in South Africa, because it was the white people who had the weapons. After Mandela and them took control over in South Africa, the white countries was like, don't you want to give up those nuclear weapons? You want to give them up, don't you? Black people don't need nuclear weapons. What do you need nuclear weapons for? Hand them over. Just go ahead. Yeah, well, we'll take them. Well, yeah, just go ahead, give it over. Yeah, thank you. We're going to just take that. Right, thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to put it back here. Yeah, I'm going to save it over there for you. If you need it, it's going to be over here. But we're just going to hold it over there for you. See? The melanated countries, African country, no, you can't have nuclear weapons. Everybody else, yeah, you can have nuclear weapons. African country, no. Iran, you can't have nuclear weapons. Everybody else can, though. So this is bullshit. That shows you the lack of respect that they have for the African people. That they made them. You think that they voluntarily, South Africa voluntarily gave up those nuclear weapons? Does anybody actually believe South Africa voluntarily gave up their nuclear weapons? No way in fucking hell they gave up their nuclear weapons. They was threatened. You better get these damn nuclear weapons up, bitch. Or we're going to take this whole goddamn country down. So, again, this is the disrespect that you see that these countries have for the African countries. That you can bring an African president in there and try to talk to him like he's a child. Mr. Trump, sir, why do you always dye your skin? Why is your skin orange? Why do you always try to dye your skin orange? Is it because you are trying to look like me, my people? You will never look like my people. You do not have the melanin. So stop trying to dye your skin, please. You will never, ever, ever be my color. You are orange. Does anybody tell you that you are orange? You are orange, sir. I don't know if anyone notices, but you are orange. I have to tell you. I'd have been killing that nigga if I was in the goddamn office. He tried to come at me like that. Yeah, I would have been the news story of the universe if I was in the office. I'd have told that nigga, fuck you, bitch. Trying to talk to me like you my daddy, motherfucker. You crazy. You know, Africans are your father. They are your great-great-grandfathers. We birthed you. Mr. Trump, do you know that? Did you know that you come from black people? Yes, you come from us. Yes, you come from my nut. You come from my nutsack. The nutsack of my ancestor. You come from him. Yes. Yeah, you were crawling around in the nutsack of my ancestor. Yes, that was you. Yes, that was you. You came out, and then we said, what the fuck is that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I done went off on that motherfucker. In the goddamn office talking crazy to me, bitch ass nigga. You lost your fucking mind. So, moving along. I just want to hear you talk to Pootie Tang like that. When you talk to Pootie Tang like that, then we good. So, moving along. The DOJ is now investigating Biden's auto pen shit. They trying to get Biden for the auto pen. You know Biden wasn't president. Everybody know. Just came out. Jake Tapper tried to, he came out in his book. And actually, a lot more stuff did come out from Jake Tapper's book. But we knew most of the stuff when we saw him. We knew this nigga was crazy. We knew Biden was nuts. When he was, America. And America's gonna, and yes, America and NATO. And America and NATO. America and NATO. Like, what did he say? Huh? This is America. This is America. America. Everybody knew that motherfucker was crazy. Everybody knew Biden was, that nigga was out. That nigga was gone. But apparently, though, it comes out that he might have had the cancer. He could have had cancer. Well, he did have cancer, allegedly. He's gonna say he had cancer, but the type of cancer he got take like 10 years to develop because they said it entered his bones. So, prostate cancer. He said he had prostate cancer. And it's kind of cancer that takes like a long ass time before it like enters your bones and shit. So it's in his bones. So you had to have that shit like at least 10 years. So when he was president, he had it. So they're trying to say that maybe the treatments he was going through was fucking up his fucking up his mind. He was going through those treatments, getting whatever medication he was getting, and it was messing up his dome, which is probably why he was crazy. I'm like, I don't know. It could have been it too, but and he had 2 brain surgeries and all that type of stuff. Yeah, it was probably a combination of all of that. But so that had everybody else. He was basically not the president, and he had everybody else using the auto pen. Have you seen the auto pen thing? You superimpose all over, especially all the pardons and all that type of stuff. But so it came out. That girl Lindy Lee. She was the Democratic girl who used to get the money for the Democrats. So Lindy Lee came out. She told the people who was running the government. She said it was like 3 people, 3 specific people who had access to Biden's auto pen. 3 people, only 3, and she named them. Go on. They have She has a podcast called with Anna Kasparian and stuff from TYT, from Young Turks. What is that? It was called Women Talk or something like that. We Talk or Women's Talk or something like that. But on that show, she talked about it was 3 people who had the auto pen. And she said they were paying, or they were not paying, but people were paying them to use the auto pen. So basically countries and lobbyists and shit were coming in and paying them for, bills and shit they were sponsoring to get passed. And once they got through there, they was auto penning that shit. And they were paying them. These 3 people got broke off to auto pen all that damn shit that was going on in those 4 years during the Biden administration. That's crazy. So now it's an investigation, and they about to uncover all of that shit. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people going to jail. God damn. You said Biden's buried in Arlington Cemetery? Is that what you Is that what you mean? Biden? You hope you ain't talking about Biden. But it's about to be a whole bunch of people going to jail. Yale. As the homie Black Dot used to say, you going to Yale. So we'll see what happens with that. So it says there also report that most of the people, so it was 3 people doing it, but the people who was giving the orders or creating his his policies, the people who were penning his policies, creating his policies, were the woke people that he had on his cabinet. So all the women, all the trans people, all the gay people, they were the ones who were writing his policies behind the scenes. This is what came out in the interview. So all these people, the alphabet mafia and all the feminists that he had in his cabinet or in his, in his administration, they were the ones writing the policies. This is why the world got fucked up, or America got fucked up after 4 years. Because you had people who weren't elected to office, just a bunch of people writing policies and legislation and all kind of shit that had nothing to do with being elected. And that's why you seen the Trans Day at the White House with the trans flag in the middle of the White House. That's why you saw, and trans people, that's why you saw all of that stuff. So I hope he finds who did the auto pen and send all they asses to Yale. So moving along, also the DOJ investigated Brandon Johnson for his civil rights violations, because he only mostly hired black folks. They said, and this dumbass nigga went on camera and said, this person is black, and that person is black, and I hired this person is black, and that person is black, and this person is black, and then we got also that person is black. Like, nigga, you just can't go on TV and just say you hired all black people in the government. There's laws against that. Discrimination laws, the Civil Rights Act, Title VII, Civil Rights Act, 1964. You cannot do that. But black people think that only apply to white folks. Melanated people think the Civil Rights Act only applies to Caucasian people. They're the ones who can't discriminate, not me. I can discriminate all day. All the fuck I want. You, nigga? You white motherfucker? You done used up your discrimination, nigga. You done used it up. You started that shit. That's enough for you. I get to use it now. Give me this. It's like a discrimination baton. Like, nigga. Like, you ever go to the bathroom when in school and shit? You got to take that big ass bathroom pass and shit. And you got to walk with it in the hallway with that big ass bathroom pass. That's what that shit is. They took the discrimination bathroom pass away from the white folks, and melanated people think it's all, they can do that shit now. I can just I can discriminate all I want, and nobody can say nothing to me. You cannot just sit up here and say, what if a Caucasian person just got up here and just said that shit? What if a Caucasian person just got up there and just said, I heard this person is white, and that person is white, and we got this person is white, and we got the vice president, yeah, we got that, white, and we got white, oh, so I mean it's so white, it's vanilla city, ice baby, ice, we're ice and ice, that's our song. Ding 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 ding. But what if this motherfucker just got up and started singing Ice Baby on the goddamn mic, talking about all the white people he just hired in the government? This nigga wouldn't be able to go home. They would hunt this nigga down and kill him before he got home. But Brandon Johnson can get up there and say, I hired all black folks. So the DOJ was like, that's racist. And you can't do that. So we're going to investigate. So this nigga, then he called them, they're monsters. Brandon Johnson, they got up there after they put the investigation on them. That administration is monsters. They want to investigate me because I hired qualified black people for my administration because my cabinet is black. They're monsters. Like, no, nigga, that's not why they're hiring you. They're hiring you because you probably hired those black people over other qualified races of people, just so you can say you got black people. And then that's nothing to be that's nothing to be shouting, cheering about, that all your administration is black when you have the worst administration in Chicago's history. Dummy. Excuse me. You have the worst administration in Chicago's history. Your approval percentage is 7%. His approval rating is 7%. That's insane. His approval rating is 7%. So this motherfucker said that the administration is monsters for investigating him for being racist, when all he wanted to do was say his whole cabinet is black. So that was funny as hell. So we'll see if that happens, what happens with that. So moving along, Tulsi Gabbard, she uncovered, she's the head of the intelligence agency, right? So Tulsi Gabbard uncovered Biden's terrorist watch list. So Biden had a terrorist watch list, basically people to watch out for, American people, not foreigners, American people, who to watch out for to be terrorists in the future. And he was putting these people on list. I'm probably on there. All the shit I've been talking, I'm probably on that bitch. But so she uncovered her list, basically of people, including people who were resisted lockdowns, the crack scenes, mask mandates, and border policies. Anybody who resisted that, you went on Biden's terrorist watch list. That's what he called it. So the list labeled them as domestic, this is what they call them. The list labeled them as domestic violent extremists, or DVEs, who were motivated by QAnon. So everybody remember QAnon, they not around no more. But, goddamn. I can't watch this or listen to this anymore. Well, get the fuck out. Salam alaikum, bitch ass nigga. Ain't nobody ask you in here. Get your bitch ass out. Coho ass nigga. Let me kick you out, motherfucker. Let me assist you, bitch ass nigga. Let me assist, nigga. Get your hoe ass out of here. I can't listen to this anymore. I can't hear it anymore. Get your bitch ass out of here. Nobody asked your ass in here. Deuces, nigga. Fuck. So, you're on the terrorist watch list. Who's on the terrorist watch? I know some of y'all in here. I know some of y'all in here on the terrorist watch list. I'm sure of it. I know you got. I know y'all was talking shit during the pandeezy. I know I was. I got. You know, they took my video down. The video down that I did that was like 250,000 views, and then they took it down after they got to 250,000. So the terrorist watch list, basically anyone who was asserting their First Amendment rights were put on that list. Anybody that it was a list again. So remember they came out with the that division, what was it called? The Misinformation Bureau. The Misinformation and Disinformation Bureau that Biden was trying to implement. So, and then it got so much backlash that they had to take it down. But that was it. So it started with that. And then from that grew this terrorist watch list of people who were asserting their First Amendment rights. So shout out to Tulsi Gabbard for bringing that out. Tulsi in there mashing. Tulsi Gabbard and JFK, they're in there mashing out. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, the whole DOJ, they suck. They suck. they are some ball garglers. They are Khazarian ball garglers, all of them. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Pam Bondi, they all Khazarian ball garglers. Pam Bondi was the one who helped cover up Epstein in Florida when he was there. She helped cover up that shit. So she's not about to put her. I'm sure she's probably implicated in that. She probably implicated in that shit. Actually, to tell the truth, she's probably implicated in it. So she's not gonna say anything. And yeah, RZA was on the list from the jump. They showed him in the news. That was the Disinformation 12. He was one of them, along with Peter McCullough and what's the name? The dude who discovered the what was homeboy name? Damn, Robert Malone. So Robert Malone, Peter McCullough, and RZA Islam. They were like the three main dudes really on this. And yeah, they got put on that list. So shout out to Tulsi Gabbard doing your job. DOJ, y'all suck. The DOJ sucks. They are straight up ball gargling, boy. So moving along. Another woke federal judge orders Trump's EPA to pay off the funds that Biden administration scammed. Remember we talked about how the Biden administration was trying to suck up all the money before they went out and just trying to pass it out to all these different NGOs, these nonprofits who they had affiliations of the board. So people in the government had affiliations with these people in these nonprofits on the board, and they were handing out money to these board members, and they would get paid on the back end, allegedly. So one of the grants went for $7 billion, another went for $5 billion, and Stacey Abrams, we all know Stacey Abrams got the $2 billion. So the judge ordered Trump, he has to pay that out. $7 billion, $5 billion, and the $2 billion to Stacey Abrams. And Stacey Abrams, she only just started her nonprofit last year. Her started her nonprofit 1 year ago. It made $100 last year, only $100, and got a $2 billion grant from the government. How the hell do you show that you can manage $2 billion and you only have $100 in revenue? Absolute bullshit. So Trump canceled that, and then that judge said he had to give it back. But Trump is going to basically try to delay. He's going to put a whole bunch of obstacles and bumps and all kind of shit in the way to say, oh, we tried to get the money out. We tried to get it back, you know, it's held up. It's held up, bro. So he's gonna hold that shit up for like he gonna hold that shit up as long as he can. Because he's appealing, he's obviously appealing it. So he's gonna hold it up until he gets an appeal from the Supreme Court, which is funny as hell. But the fact that these judges ordered him to have, so that's what they call throwing, what did they call it? Throwing gold bars off the Titanic. That was because they had so much money left that was allocated to the government. They just had it left. So they had to do something with it. Or they got to give it back. If they don't use the money, they got to get the money back. So they were like, shit, we got all these billions. We got to start doing something. So they started throwing all this money to these nonprofits, these NGOs that they were affiliated with, and they would get paid. They would get paid on the back end with. So we'll see how that works. But damn, that's a lot of goddamn money. That's what? That's $14 billion. That's $14 billion that Trump got to give out. It's some bullshit of your money. If you pay taxes, that's your money. So just thought you should know. So moving along, your boy Elon and the Republican Party are no more. The love affair is over. They broke up. They split. It's over. No more Elon and Trump. But the reason is because Trump lied. Trump lied. Basically told Elon, go ahead and find all this waste in the government. Basically, he had all this waste in the government. He tried to say, go find all this waste in the government. And when he found it, he told him, basically, remember he told him he was going to take that money and pay off the debt with it and all that bullshit. Or he was going to pay off, he was going to give it back to the American, he was going to give it back to Americans in terms of $5,000 checks and all the rest of that bullshit. Trump lying his ass off. Trump lying his ass off. So he gave that money, the money that he found, that Elon found, he gave it to the Pentagon, the military budget. He just basically slid it. He increased the military budget by $160 million, $160 billion, which is the exact amount of money Elon found. So they were supposed to put Doge into, encoded into law. And this new, this big, beautiful bill that they got? They were supposed to encode Doge into the big, beautiful bill, and they didn't do it. So Elon told the Republican Party, the EAD, he told them, kick rocks, EAD, I'm not fucking with y'all no more. I'm out, about to spend. And this is fucked up too, because he did this for the Republicans, and he became public enemy number 2 for these bitch ass motherfuckers. I mean, they called him an NZ and Hitleasy and all the rest of that. And I mean, racist. I mean, he got destroyed, blew up his damn cars and tried to burn down his dealerships. I mean, this nigga Tesla's revenue fell by 75%. Tesla went from $1 billion revenue to $250 million. They tried to destroy that fool. And for all of that, he gets basically he got one of these. Trump's administration basically told him, kick rocks. We're going to keep that money. And thank you, Elon, for finding us $160 billion more that we could give to the military industrial complex. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. So Elon is pissed and he left and told him the EAD. And again, he became public enemy number 1 for MAGA with the F. See, when MAGA start messing up, it's the MAGA with the F. F-A-G-A. Racist MAGA, F-A-G-A. You ain't MAGA, you F-A-G-A. So, again, sorry to Elon. But Elon, you needed to get back to Tesla because, nigga, I got money in there, nigga. I got money in you, Elon. You better get your bitch ass over back to Tesla. Don't be fucking off my money, Elon. You understand? Get your bitch ass. We good. I'm so glad that happened because you found out, again, so he found out that the Republicans are not really as dope as they claim to be. See, the Republicans have got a good rap right now. Let me just say this shit. The Refucklicans, because that's really what they are. The Refucklicans and the Femocrats or the Bitchocrats. These are the two parties. But the Refucklicans, they got a pretty good reputation right now because they just sound sane. The Femocrats are so fucking crazy that if you just sound sane, you sound like you sound like you a genius. Oh my God, he's a genius. When you say, I think there should only be male and female as far as gender. Oh my God, he's a genius. He's a fucking genius. Like, I don't think there should be guys in women's sports. Oh my God, where did this guy come from? He's amazing. He's a fucking amazing. We need to put all of our money into him right now. Like, that's just common sense shit. No, you're amazing. You're a genius, man. This is what happened with the fucking Republicans. The Republicans, these motherfuckers sound sane, and all of a sudden, everybody think that these motherfuckers are the geniuses and greatest motherfuckers in the universe. I've been around. I've seen these motherfuckers. I was around Bush administration. W. You can't, if you get fooled, you can't get fooled again. I remember that nigga. I remember the nigga taking his shoe off and throwing it at him at the podium because that motherfucker was so stupid. That nigga had quick ass reflexes too. That motherfucker took his shoe off and threw it at. All right, somebody trying to call me. So, y'all remember that shit? when that shoe came flying and his old ass had reflex. Nobody knew Bush had reflexes like that. I mean, that motherfucker came and said, shh. I was like, whoa, that nigga be boxing. that nigga has some slim. Like, go ahead, Bush. But so I remember the Republicans. You guys haven't always been good and on the up and up. But soon as the damn Democrats turn crazy, that allows the Republicans, just somebody who's sane, to look like they're the greatest thing since Ritz Crackers. So I remember, and they starting to show their ass again with with the Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony just got sentenced with first degree murder. Now, if you were watching, you knew he was going to get charged with that because in Texas, murder is at 17. At 17, you can get charged with murder. So that's the law. So he had to be charged with first degree murder according to the law. But everybody's acting like that because he was charged like that, he actually did it. No, that's just the law of Texas that says he has to get charged like that. But these, again, FAGA, he's a killer. This killer, they just, all they do is brand this killer, this heinous, evil killer. They are fucking crazy with that shit. And still will never accept responsibility. This seems to be their MO. Never accept the responsibility for the shit they do to you, only how you retaliate. What do you mean? I didn't steal your country. I didn't steal your country. Well, yeah, you kind of did, motherfucker. So when motherfuckers revolt, what is this all? What is all this against me? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Well, you didn't steal this people's country? No, I didn't steal the country. We were borrowing it. We were just borrowing the country. When are we going to give it back? In 7,000 years? We're going to give it back in 7,000 years. That's all you had to wait. 7,000 years, man. It's not a long time. Go to the movies. So that's what they think, that they can do whatever they want. There's no retaliation. And that's it. These two big ass white motherfuckers were supposed to just be able to walk up on a black dude and him be like, okay, I'll leave. I'm sorry. I'll leave. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be here. Did I touch anything of yours? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll go stand in the rain, in the pouring storm rain, so I don't bother you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's what they wanted him to do. That's what they wanted him to do. Now, they only did that because he was a little dude. Does anybody think that it was a big ass nigga there that was 6'1", 230 something pounds, that them bitch ass white motherfuckers would have been over there trying to punk him out of there? Promise you, if it was a nigga who was a big ass nigga there, sitting there on his phone, I promise you, they wouldn't have came over there and said, you gotta leave. I promise you that shit. But because he's a little dude, 5'9", 130 pounds, and they're 6'1", 225 pounds, oh, we can go punk this dude and tell him to leave. If it was somebody there like me, though, my size, I promise you they wouldn't have came over to me. I promise you that shit. It wouldn't have said a fucking thing. So this is the bullshit. When you try to punk somebody and you do that shit, you try to bully somebody, that's on you. What happens after that? Not the person you try to bully, that's on you. If you go mess with somebody. And they really believe that bullshit is not true. If I start something, it doesn't mean anything. You need to be proportional. The force back returned, it needs to be proportional. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's perception. The force you use against me, the way I take that force is perception. So the way I come back at you is all up here. It ain't got nothing to do objectively. It's all up here. If I feel that you tried to threaten me and kill me, that's how I'm going to come back at you. Especially if I didn't do nothing to you and you just fucking with me out of nowhere. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. And you shouldn't kill nobody for it, but things can get out of control, and that's where it goes. When somebody is scared, you can't tell somebody what they gonna do when they're in fear. The scaredest person is the most dangerous person. Any person who does martial arts or fighting or anything like that, you know that. A person who's trained in fighting, they know the worst person they want to fight is the scared person. The scared person, they don't want to fight. That motherfucker will do anything to survive. So that's what happened. So moving along, in Skittle news, a California family wins early legal victory for parental rights. So the story is, a California school district must allow parents to opt their children out of some activities pushing gender ideology. The Southern District of California ordered in a preliminary injunction issued last week. So basically, California, what their curriculum in California is, which is crazy. This is Gavin Newsom. 3 days out of the week in California, they have to be taught some type of alphabet rainbow curriculum. 3 days out of the week. It's only 5 days you go to school, but 3 days out of the week, they need to be taught. They have to be taught some type of rainbow curriculum, which is crazy. Not science, not history, not math, not technology, not any of that shit. Not art, none of that. Alphabet shit. They need 3 days out of the week. Alphabet curriculum. Yeah, that's Gavin bitch ass Newsom. Yep. Gavin Newsom. Who's campaigning to be your president. So he's trying to look like he's not super woke now. He's trying to look like he's not super woke. But Gavin Newsom implemented that, yes. So the school district, so in school, let me read the story. So the decision is an encouraging early win for Carlos and Jenny Encinas, Mexicans, Encinas? Yeah, Encinas. The parents of 3 young kids made the difficult decision to sue Encinitas Union School District last year after their 11-year-old son, a Christian, was forced to teach his kindergarten buddy about gender identity. So they have like some type of buddy program in California. This is crazy, y'all. I'm gonna read this and then I'll talk about it. The preliminary injunction prevents the school district from teaching students about gender ideology in the kindergarten buddy class program unless they provide advance notice and opt-out opportunities. So basically, these motherfuckers out here in California, they had a buddy program where they had 11-year-old kids indoctrinating 5-year-old kindergartners into alphabet soup ideology. That's crazy. They got the older kid, 11-year-old kid, teaching a 5-year-old kid, 6-year-old kid about gender ideology. What the fuck? First off, do the 11-year-old know about that? It's double indoctrination. First of all, anybody, if you wanna learn something, the best way for you to learn something is to teach it. Let me just say that again. Anybody, if you want to learn something, you want to master something, teach it. Go teach it. Go try to teach it. You may not know everything about it, but as you're teaching it, you're going to figure out all the things about that one subject. As you begin to get into it and teach it, all of that information about that subject will start to come to you. So that's the best way for you to learn something, is to teach it. So this is the way they get the little 11-year-olds. They're going to be the hardest ones, because if they're down there teaching it, then by the time this 5 or 6-year-old, by the time they get 11-year-old, that motherfucker's going to be a rainbow goddamn guy. This motherfucker going to be a rainbow superhero. This motherfucker going to have a rainbow cape, rainbow boots, rainbow tights. Nigga. This motherfucker about to be his nigga about to have rainbows coming out of his hands, sliding around on rainbows and shit. Like Iceman. This nigga about to be a rainbow Iceman. Sliding around on rainbows. That's what that kid would be if he got into it at 4 or 5, and then by the time he's 11, what? Oh, please, man. This is straight up trying to change your kid. Indoctrination of your kid. So shout out to the school district. Again, this is they trying to create future Skittle Mafia warriors. That's all this is about. Creating future Skittle Mafia warriors. So shout out to California for finally recognizing parents have some damn rights in their kids' lives, and said parents can opt out of that bullshit. Damn. I don't even know why it was a damn question. That parents can't opt out of that shit. Parents, if you in school today, if you got your kid in public school, you need to figure it out how to get out of public school. Seriously. That's not for you. Get out of public school. Said, Daddy, I learned everything from Mr. Skittles. Daddy, I learned everything from Mr. Skittles. You call him Mr. Skittles. That'll be the teacher in class. Mr. Skittles, I have a question, sir. How do you dye your hair purple? Yeah. Well, youngster, what you want to do is you gotta go get some, like, no, nigga, don't do that. I don't want you teaching my kid about none of that bullshit. So parents, shout out to the parents. Yo, Robin Morgan, appreciate you. Thank you for the Cash App. Everybody hit the Cash App today. Thank you, guys. On the Cash App, on this rare Monday that you see me up in here. On this Memorial Day Monday. I don't really agree with the military-industrial complex, but if you are a person who took up weapons to protect America, I fuck with you. That was your deal. You took up weapons to protect America. You ain't got nothing to do with the damn business of America. You just wanted to protect somebody. That's a different mind state, people. I'm telling you, I did all TC for 4 years. That's a different mind state. People just want to say, all right, I'm gonna pick up a gun and try to protect somebody. That's a different mind state. A lot of people don't do that. So shout out to the people who are in the military who did that. For sure. But your masters, your bosses, not your masters, but your bosses suck. Yo, appreciate, what up, Timmy Tight Top? Appreciate you, brother. Hey, everybody, make sure you hit up Timmy Tight Top. I don't got no juices to show him, TT, but make sure you hit up Timmy Tight Top for weed juices. Make sure you hit him up, 323-776-2587. Again, 323-776-2587 For the weed juices, let them know the code is 5 off juice. You saw it on Real Nagas. He has all the delicious juices, the healthy juices. Really, you want to get healthy. He has delicious juices, but you should try to be healthy. I'm gonna be hitting you up when I go on my cleanse next week. TTT. Gotta go on my cleanse, man. It's gonna suck. But I'm gonna enjoy this last week though. So appreciate you though, bro. Anybody else and everybody else who hits the Cash App. So moving along. There's fury as controversial transformer health there's fury as controversial transformer health chief is given huge honor by all women's college. So I usually use the word transformer, but this person is the former health chief. This person is a trans, but they're the former health chief. So it said the trans former health chief, which is hilarious. I think the writer tried to do a double entendre right there. But so it says a liberal arts women's college has come under fire for awarding former President Biden's transformer health secretary with an honorary degree. Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts announced it would be giving Admiral Rachel Levine, that ain't your name. But Rachel Levine an honorary degree. On Sunday, Levine was this was last Sunday, not yesterday, but last Sunday, was formally given the award, causing a protest on campus over the fact she is transformer. Okay. The college said it handed the award down for her work as an accomplished physician, public health expert, and LGBT mafia advocate. She was one of 4 honorees selected by the college to speak at their commencement ceremony. Feminist groups, the Women's Declaration International, had protested the decision last week prior to the ceremony. In a post on X account, it announced tomorrow Smith College, a historically women's college, will award Rachel Levine, or Richard, that's the real name. Thank you. That's Richard Levine. That's his real name. Rachel Levine, an honorary degree. And it says Levine, who, this is their quote. This is not me. This is a quote from the article, YouTube. Levine, who pretends to be a woman, will then speak at commencement. We're on the ground in Northampton, Massachusetts to show our support for women. All Women's College is about to give the award for to I'm a lady. Hey, did y'all see, please somebody tell me that you seen the video of the Andre the Giant transformer in Australia trying to do in the middle of the Times Square trying to tell people about being please. If you haven't seen it, please, you got a YouTube. It's Andre the Giant as a goddamn woman. This motherfucker's huge. I mean, when I be talking that shit, I be going like, "Hey guys, yeah, it's pretty great being a woman. Isn't it great, guys? It's great being a woman, huh? Yeah, I was 10 minutes. I've been a woman 10 minutes already. It's a great thing. I feel wonderful. How do you feel? How do you don't feel great? Well, I feel great." So this motherfucker was in there. I can't do the Australian accent. That motherfucker, but like he was like had a deep Australian. Oh yeah, good eye. Yeah, so it's about I'm a woman. Yeah, I'm a woman. I'm a lady. Yes, yeah, we're all ladies here. We're all ladies. I was like, Okay. Y'all, we're all lighters. Oh, God, nigga, that shit was hilarious. Good night, mate. Good night, mate. Yeah, we're all ladies, mate. Yeah, we're ladies here, mate. We're all ladies. Yeah, all of us here. We're all ladies. What do you need? Like, I don't need nothing. I'm good. Thank you, though. So, that was crazy. Have you seen that video? Have you seen the video? If you haven't seen the video, you got to YouTube the video. But this right here, them give the women in a women's college, historically all women's college, is giving an award to Shanae. Because I'm a lady. All right. Rachel. I see you, Rachel. I see you. Thank you, babe. Everybody hit the Cash App. Appreciate it. Thank you, WD, for putting the Cash App in there. Real Nagas, the number 9. Everybody who want to hit on the Cash App, appreciate you. Real Nagas, the number 9. Or just go to realnagas.com, and this is how you support. Just get the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. This is how you support me for real right here. Boom. Get this book right here. And you get, boom. Get the Know Your Rights manual. Boom. Get the constitutional rights card and qualified immunity card and notice. And boom. Flashcard. Gonna give you the flashcard. So boom. Make sure you hit me up, realnagas.com. And I'm gonna hook you up with the deal. I need you to know the law. It's really important. I talk about this all the time. A lot of people are like, man, Kevin believe that law is God. That law ain't gonna do shit. Soon as you start learning that stuff, they gonna move the goalposts on you. Well, you follow what a goalpost is. Where they move the goalposts, you move that way. They move the goalposts over here, you move that way. That make no sense. They gonna move the goalposts. Well, you follow that bitch. Yo, Jennifer Green, appreciate you for the swarmer. Thank you, girl. Where you been, girl? Get your butt back to class. Stop playing. Get your butt back to class, Jennifer. Appreciate you, though, girl. Thank you. But I need a law army, you guys. We're going to need it. I need it, but you are going to need it more than me. Because I know the law. I've been studying law for 30 years. I can smash on these cats if they came after me. Can you? And usually, what you really want to have to go back at these cats, you want to have a body, a group as a vehicle, an organization. You want to have an organization to go back at these cats. That's what they really see. When you come at them individually, unless you really super off the chain with your law, they don't really, they're not trying to hear you. But if you come back as an organization, a group, you know, a big foundation of people who knows the law and can smash on them all at once, then they, wait a minute, what'd you say? Oh yeah, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? You need, because you have a bunch of people who can smash on them. More power in numbers. You heard the safety in numbers, more power in numbers. The 5 would coming down into a fist, boom, 5 individual fingers forming a fist. You heard all the goddamn analogies. But you're going to have to learn the law in the future if you want to get through this damn system. Because they've messed it up so much. Flora Carey, Flo Rida. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you, Flo Rida. Thank you for the Cash App. But they've disrespected law and order so much in the country. And I'm talking about the Democrats, the Femocrats. They've disrespected law and order so much in the country, just allowed everything to run them up. Like, there's one judge who let this dude off, who beat up, like this dude, he beat somebody up in the street. He went to jail. She let him off. This motherfucker, literally, after she let him off, that day, he smashed on somebody else, went to jail again. Boom. She let him off again. This nigga 2 days, I think it was like a week later or something, this fool went and smashed on somebody else. She let him out again. That's the black judge. It's a melanated judge. Democratic judge. Let the dude out again. Claiming that, you know, the thing that they claim is the environment. This is the environment that did it to him. He's not bad, it's the environment. If he just had a better environment, if he had better training. Like, nigga, are you getting him better training? No. This nigga trying to get better? No. Well, lock his bitch ass up. If you keep letting him go, what's gonna make him change? If you keep letting these fools go, when they do messed up stuff, they do foul stuff, what will make them change? Nothing. If you're not going to punish them for it. So, again, he wouldn't be this way if it was a different system, or we had a different system. Well, the system ain't changing. So he just going to keep robbing motherfuckers in the system. You got to throw his ass in jail and let all these people know that if you fucking rob somebody, you are going to jail. Just really quick. The word sin. Do you know what is the word sin? Did anybody know what sin means? To sin? I know you guys have an idea. What do you think the word sin means? Because a lot of Christians, we're all sinners. We're all sinners. So, God came to save us because we're all sinners. He came to save us from our sins. We're all sinners. So, what is sin? What does the term mean? What does the term sin mean? No, it ain't transsexual. Fall short, off the mark. Okay, no. When you work against yourself, not really. Anyone else? What is sin? What is a sinner? Debt, no. Mr. Mark, no, not quite. Sin. What does the word sin mean? See, a lot of people think they know what you think you know what words mean, huh? And then they'll use that word to empower a whole goddamn movement. That Jesus died on the cross for our sins. You must respect it. He died for us. He died for you're a sinner. I'm a sinner. We're all sinners, and he died for us. Yeah, okay, bitch ass motherfucker. What does sin mean? That sin means without, nope. To commit a crime, nope. Disobedience of the law, not necessarily. Like sinsimilia, what? Sinsimilia means without seed, nope. Man, y'all got a lot of things on here. To go against God's word, nope. Man, y'all don't really know what sin mean, huh? See, I bet y'all have used that word a few times, huh? Or you've heard it a million times. You thought you knew what it meant, huh? You thought you knew what sin means. The word sin means to transgress. When you go look up the word, it means transgress. What does transgress mean? So you got to keep going deep when you look up words. Don't just don't stop at one word. So sin means to transgress. What does transgress means? Transgress mean to trespass, to go beyond your bounds. All that means to sin means is for you to go beyond someone else's boundary, for you to violate someone else. That's what a sin is. For you to go step over somebody's line. When Charlie Murphy said you a habitual line stepper, that's what that is. That's what a sinner is. Just for somebody who steps over your line. You say you have a boundary, nigga. Don't step over this line. A sinner is somebody who will just step over your line that you've drawn out in the sand. Like, look here, motherfucker. Don't break in my house. Don't come in my yard. A sinner is just somebody who breaks over your boundary, steps over your boundaries. That's what a sinner is. A habitual line stepper. Yep. That's literally what a sinner is. A habitual line stepper. Shout out to Charlie Murphy. He didn't know that's what he was saying at the time. But that is what a sinner is. It's not somebody who commits crime. It's somebody who commits an offense against you. Personally. That's what a sinner is. Somebody who oversteps your line, your boundary. Like, bitch ass nigga, you step this line, I'm about to, boy, take another step, see what happens. and a sinner's gonna be like, and then a sinner's gonna be playing with you and shit, act like he about to put his foot in your like, go ahead, put that foot down if you want to. Go ahead. Put that foot down. Go ahead. Put it right. Boom, as soon as he put that foot down, you take his face off. That's when they learn not to be a habitual line stepper. But that's what a sinner is. So I want you guys to know, that's what a sinner is. To sin means to step over somebody's line. That's all it means. So, so transformer people, they're sinners to me because they're constantly trying to step over your boundary. If you want to be a transformer, that's fine. You go ahead and be a transformer all day in your world. You do that. When you try to make me do it, or you try to bring it to me and say, I got to respect it and all of that type of shit, now you are a line stepper. You have stepped over the line. You have crossed my boundary. No, motherfucker, I don't need to deal with that. That's on you. You want to deal with that shit all day, you go over there. And when you bring it to kids, now you've also stepped over the line. And according to the word sin, that's what it is. When you cross the boundary, you have sinned. So literally, that's what those motherfuckers are, if you want to break the word down. But I like habitual line stepper better. Shout out to Charlie Murphy. He changed sinning into habitual line stepping. Shout out to Charlie. So moving along, Transformers are fleeing America and refusing to return over federal travel advisory. Trump's administration is only recognizing male and females on transports, so other countries have issued a travel advisory. That's crazy. So if Transformers feel they need to flee the country in order to be safe, then they're saying, who are we to stop you? That's what they're saying. Like, all right, if you want to, hey, I'm not gonna stop you. You want to flee the country? Deuces. You want to bounce because you think that you being persecuted over here? So, they removed that off the passport. So they saying other countries are also informing their people. They say, if you fly into America, beware that what you have, you may get held. Because if you're flying in with a passport that from another country and they allowed you to put X or whatever on your passport and it's not male or female, you're probably not going to be able to get into America. So they're issuing flight warnings, advisory warnings over in Europe to say, look, if you fly to America, you better have male or female on your passport. So now all the Transformers we're leaving America. They're trying to erase us in America. Nobody trying to erase you, bitch ass motherfuckers. You're trying to take over. You are trying to take over. You're trying to invade and do whatever you want to call it. You're trying to take over. Nigga, you just don't want to, you're not happy being in your own little part of the world and your own little thing doing your shit. No, you want everybody to acknowledge your shit and be like that. Did you hear about the flag that they went and put up in Yosemite? They went and put up the Transformers went to Yosemite and took this big ass super huge flag. I mean, the flag was damn near like a block long and shit. That's how big the flag was. They climbed the mountain and they put this big ass flag on the mountain in Yosemite to say, we need to be seen. We feel we need to be seen. That's what the motherfucker up there who did it. He said that the Transformers felt that they weren't being seen, that they're trying to erase them. And so we're going to show you, we're going to be seen. Motherfucker, fuck you. Nobody give a fuck what you doing. Nobody gives a shit about that. What are you doing to help society, motherfucker? I'm helping you be free. You can be free. I'm helping you come out of your cave, your cocoon. When you come out of your cocoon, you can live better. And when we're all living better, society will be better. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing for society? Being me allows other people to be themselves. That's what I'm doing. Me being me is helping society by being me. Like, I don't think so, brother. I don't think that's what it's doing. I don't think that's what it's doing. I don't think you helping society by you being you. But that big ass flag they had on, so obviously Yosemite, the Rangers went and took that shit down. They like, nigga, what the fuck y'all doing? They went to get that shit off the goddamn mountain, bitch. They snatched that shit right off the mountain. So deuces to the Transformers who feel that they got to bounce, America, because you're not being seen. So sorry. Not going to miss you. Peace out. Salam alaikum. Shalom alaikum. Peace be unto you. Any other way I can say it. Peace out. So, moving along. That's just crazy. That was funny to me. They feel they got to run from America. We got to run. We got to leave for our lives. So, moving along. This is crazy. A Transformer pedo, or this is the title, Transformer pedo's appalling plot to create an army of babies after being admitted to a female prison. I'll say this again. A Transformer pedo's appalling plot to create army of babies after being admitted to a female prison. This nigga was crazy. So a so-called Transformer pedo had been hoarding bottles of semen in hopes of impregnating female prisoners, according to a whistleblower at the women's correctional facility. This nigga was holding on to bottles of... These people are crazy. This man... See, these are the type of people that need to be disappeared. Like, nigga, if you came up missing, I ain't gonna ask no question. If you came up missing, I ain't asking no question. You understand? Well, hey, what is what's Deion Cole? Everybody see that Deion Cole special? Where you go? Well, that be me. The motherfucker come up missing. Hey, anybody seen Whippy Boy? Nope. Well, that's moving along. That's what needs to happen to this cat. Allegedly. Just saying. Allegedly. So it says Sean Wendingland, that's it. Sean Wendingland, 35, who is currently serving 36 years for sexually SAing two 6-year-old relatives and sharing the footage online. He needs to be disappeared. Allegedly. He assaulted his 2 6-year-old relatives and then put the footage online. He was transferred to Shakopee female prison in Minnesota, which touts itself as a place that gives inmates a chance to bloom. Oh, how good for this bitch ass nigga. He does this to 2 6-year-olds, but he gets a chance to bloom while their lives are ruined for the rest of their life now. Some bullshit. He gets a chance to reform his life while these 2 little kids is messed up and then had the video put online. Oh, come on, man. So Wendingland was placed into the state prison after a change in policy that allowed men who say they are trans women to be housed along women. That's all I got to do is just say it. I'm a lady. Oh, yeah, where's the women's prison? That's all you got to do. As soon as you crossing that bitch, I'm a lady. We're over there? Yeah, the women, we're over there. Okay. Hey, ladies. I'm coming, ladies. Hey, ladies. That's all you got to do is just say that. Every dude in the universe in Minnesota should be in a woman's prison. I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm in Minnesota, I'm in the ladies' prison. If I'm in Minnesota, I am in the ladies' prison. I'm doing the same thing he doing. I promise you that shit. If I was in prison. So it says, fellow inmate at Shakopee, Jamie Ali, made the shocking claim about Wendingland's disturbing prison cell stockpile. He had it in his prison cell in what she said was part of a pattern of failure by the DOC to protect vulnerable women, Department of Corrections, to protect vulnerable women. So this fool is supposed to be a lady, and he in the damn jail cell popping off, saving it. This fool over there rubbing him out, saving it, talking about he gonna start a goddamn army while he in the prison. He was storing it to, this is the lady talking, he was storing it to, I guess, get imprisoned persons pregnant, or to give them or to give to them so they could then therefore try to impregnate themselves. So basically she don't know how to talk, but basically give it to them so they can impregnate themselves is what she's saying with terrible English. So he was doing this, now he wanna hand it. So I guess, you know what though? I don't know how they would do that, but there's probably a lot of women in prison who regret not having kids. So he's probably on the right track for women who are in prison who would want to do something like this and be impregnated, because if they're serving a 25, 30-year sentence and they have no chance for having a kid, then they might be willing to do something like that, which is insane. But they might be willing to do something like that. But damn, the fact that he gets off that easy is you don't get off that easy for essaying 2 6-year-olds and then putting the video online for everybody to see. But he gets to go to a less aggressive prison where he can impregnate women. Come on, man. Basically, he was rewarded. In my eyes, he was rewarded in my eyes, being able to go to a women's prison and you straight? Come on, man. You gotta do better. You gotta do better, people. He said, F that, too late. Yep. That's just great. What up, Miss Jenny? So moving along in the science and the weird, this is crazy. A man, 44 years old, learns he was living with half a brain after common symptoms millions suffer. This nigga had half a brain. Hey, you gotta go see the picture though, because I'm telling you this and you probably don't really understand what it is. So go look it up, Google it, and the nigga with the half a brain. Basically, on one half, you got one side of his brain, and then on the other side, it was just black. It was just complete blackness, dark, just it was just all blackness. So he had brain, blackness, and darkness on that other side. Shit was crazy. So it says, a man discovered he had been living with just half a brain after, now, a woman, there's all kind of women jokes in this shit. God damn it, the jokes for the women just write theyself. It's a damn shame. If he had a wife, she can write a whole goddamn comic book off of this, I'm sure. A whole comedy routine off of this shit. But a man discovered he was living with just half a brain after being hit by a common symptom that plagues millions. The unnamed 44-year-old from the south of France started feeling a mild pain and weakness in his leg for around 2 weeks, which prompted him to visit his doctor. More than a third of Americans suffer from some form of leg pain, which is usually down to muscle strain, arthritis, or hard to identify causes like vascular issues. After doctors ruled out those common physical causes, they were concerned it could be due to a neurological condition that affected nerve endings. While there weren't any notable abnormalities in his medical history, they noticed that he had a shunt surgery. They noticed that he had had a shunt surgery when he was 6 months old. What is shunt? Shunt surgery. Look that up. Oh, here it goes. It's in the article. A shunt surgery, which involves implanting a thin tube into the brain to drain away excess fluid to another part of the body, was performed as he had excess buildup of fluid on his brain, but there was no cause identified. So as a kid, he had fluid built up on his brain, but they didn't know why, so they drained it. They tried to drain it to another part of his body. The shunt was then removed when he was 14 years old. It was put in there as a kid and it stayed that long? So I guess it was constant drainage of his brain, the fluid. It was put in there to constantly drain the fluid from his brain. And so at 14, he took it out. After the doctors ran CT and MRI scans of his head, they were shocked to find a huge pack of they were shocked to find a huge pocket of fluid where his brain was meant to be. Yo, Curtis Neal, appreciate you. He says, Uncle Boosie from West Side Chicago. Shout out to Chi-Town, baby. Shout out to Chi-Town. Appreciate you. So they pulled it out, and I guess it wasn't done. The fluid buildup wasn't done. So when they pulled it out, his brain started to fill up with fluid again. That half of his brain started to fill up with fluid again. Hold on. So in scans shared with medical journal The Lancet, the main part of the man's brain area appears black. See, that's why it's black. So it's just nothing but fluid there. Excuse me. Appears black, indicating where the buildup of fluid was. God damn. You ever heard if you was a kid, if you an old school kid, this is an insult that went around as a kid. Waterhead baby. Anybody, come on. I know I'm not the only one who has heard that from their family. You old waterhead baby. Anybody, come on now. Come on. Come on. I sound like I don't understand what I'm reading. You sound like you getting kicked out of the goddamn, out of the live stream. Nigga, the shit that I know in one millionth of my brain would melt your whole family's fucking history. So though, but this motherfucker had, anybody knows Waterhead baby. I know I'm not the only one. I know some. Flo Rider said I know some, but come on. I'm not the only one who's ever heard that. Am I the only one? Yeah, Waterhead. Thank you. Somebody, who was that? Alfro Thule. Yep. Get your ass back to Know Your Rights Foundation. Alfro Thule. Stop bullshitting. You should have been in there, man. But this was a nigga. He was literally a waterhead baby and didn't know this nigga had half a brain. Now, how is he surviving with half a brain? How is he surviving with half a brain? I need to know how the hell he was living with half a brain. You don't need two halves of your brain to live? Maybe, I guess not. I guess you don't need both half of your brain or both hemispheres of your brain to live. Maybe. That's crazy. that was a weird one for me. I saw that. So moving along. Do you thrive on 3 hours of sleep? I had to put this in there because this is me. So do you thrive on 3 hours of sleep? You might have short sleeper syndrome, scientists say. Now, remember they always tell you that you need to get 8 hours of sleep in order for you to function. And anybody who sleeps 8 hours, you can live a long life and all the rest of that shit, right? So if you don't get enough sleep, your body doesn't deal and all this and that. Now, some people just don't need it. Some people just are super, they fall asleep in 2 or 3 hours, they up and they up. That's me. I'm one of them cats. Like, you 2 hours of sleep, 3 out, man, boom. If I sleep more than like 3 to 4 hours, man, I'll be sluggish. I can't really do it. So I knew that was weird my whole life. Been like that since I was a kid. And didn't know because I thought, everybody said, no, you don't get enough sleep that you're going to go to, you're going to, blah, 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 you're going to be crazy. So I didn't know. But apparently, this is me. We're all regularly told the benefits of getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night. But a new study has revealed that a small group of people can thrive on as little as 3 hours of slumber, while the rest of the world likely nods off at our desk or starts snoring on the train. They appear bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Sorry. Now, experts have pinpointed a new genetic variant linked to short sleeper syndrome, and it could help develop treatments for sleep disorders such as insomnia and sleep apnea. So they're going to try to experiment on people like me to help people who can't go to sleep. What? So are you one of the lucky few that can flirt? Yep, I'm one of those people. And then it says, our bodies continue to work when we go to bed, detoxifying themselves, repairing damage. Co-author Ying Hui Fu says, a neurologist at the University of California in San Francisco. These people, all these functions, damn, again, the way they write these damn articles is some crazy shit. They leave, so these people, all these people, this is crazy. These people, all these functions our bodies are doing while we are sleeping. I have no idea how they wrote this. This is the worst way to write something. So basically saying, all of these functions our bodies are doing while we're sleeping. They can just perform at higher levels than we can. Again, somebody else at the Daily Mail, you need to learn how to put together sentences. Fuck. He says DEI writer. That gotta be, because goddamn, this paragraph, whoever wrote this paragraph, you need to go back to school. I'm gonna read it the way they wrote it. These people, all these functions our bodies are doing while we are sleeping, they can just perform at a higher level than we can. So, there's a way better way to write that. I promise you there is. But basically it's saying that people who sleep at 4 hours or 3 hours, we just have a different mechanism going. Now, sometimes my body will catch up. I'll sleep like 7 hours. That's long for me, right? If I sleep 7 hours, that's like crazy long for me. I'm like sluggish and shit. I wake up, I'm like, oh damn, I don't know where I'm at. If I sleep 7 hours, crazy. 4 is a little bit overtime, but 4 maybe is about the regular time I sleep. So if you don't sleep a long time, you are good. Don't worry about it. You straight. If you don't feel that you need to do something, feel that you need to knock out, don't knock out. Let them know. Again, I do this because I like to study a lot. I like to stay awake so I can gain information. I'm always pulling in information. So that's my whole thing about it. But just had to put one out there for my people. Moving along, this is crazy. The contact lenses that let you see in the dark, I need them immediately. Scientists developed transparent infrared lenses, and they even work with your eyes closed. I need that shit. I needed that shit Saturday. I needed that shit Saturday when I couldn't do the live stream on Saturday. I was struggling. Could not do it. But it may sound like something out of the latest sci-fi film, but scientists have developed contact lenses that allow people to see in the dark. Unlike night vision goggles, they're not like night vision goggles. Unlike those, these lenses do not require a power source. Whoa. And allow the wearer to perceive a range of infrared wavelengths And in an extra futuristic twist, they even work better when people have their eyes closed. What? The researchers say the contact lenses could give people supervision. Now, this is a quote from the researchers. Our research opens up the potential for non-invasive wearable devices to give people supervision. Senior Professor Tian Zhu from the University of Science and Technology in China said, China, always China coming out with the dope shit. There are many potential applications right away for this material. For example, flickering infrared light could be used to transmit information in security, rescue, encryption, anti-counterfeiting settings. So basically, you can send information through your contacts without having to text it, without having to send it through the computer. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be a whole new game for people who cheat on their person. Holy shit. Hey, if you got some side chicks or a side dude, this is about to change the game. All side chicks, all side dudes. This is about to change the game for y'all. God damn. It says, humans can see a range of light waves. Humans can see a range of light waves called the visible light spectrum, which encompasses wavelengths from around 380 to 700 nanometers. The contact lens technology uses nanoparticles that absorb light we cannot see and converts it into wavelengths that are visible. Nanoparticles. You got nanobots in the contact lenses. It says nanoparticles, but I'm saying nanobots. So again, the contact lens technology uses nanoparticles that absorb light we cannot see and converts it into wavelengths that are visible. These nanoparticles specifically enable detection of near-infrared light, which is infrared light in the 800 to 1600 nanometer range, just beyond that humans already see. Just slightly beyond what we already see. The team previously showed that these nanoparticles enable infrared vision in mice when injected into the retina, but they wanted to design a less invasive option. So they don't want to inject it, directly into our retina, which is no one would do that shit. I mean, some people would do it. Some people crazy. Some people are just nuts. And they would get that shit injected into their eye anyway. But because they didn't want to do that, they've created contact lenses. I got contacts on right now. I might be getting some of those. Soon as they perfect it, I might be getting some of those. That is off the chain. Spies. Oh, they have this in spy. We've seen this. If you've seen a Bond movie, you've seen this already, or Mission Impossible, or anything like that. You've seen this technology already. Again, they bringing that stuff already to real life, which is crazy. I need mine. Moving along. Now this is crazy. I talked about this flying car. Remember I talked about the Aleph, the flying car? It's really a flying drone car. They came out with that. This is the world's first mass-produced flying car. Will go on sale in the next few months for $1 million. Forgot to say it. For $1 million. $1 million. It might sound like something from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's my movie right there. What y'all know about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? It might sound like something from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but flying cars could soon be jetting passengers around Europe by next year. Slovakia, you said infrared. So Slovakia, a Slovakia-based company, Klein Vision, claims that its air car, the world's first mass-produced flying car, will go on sale in early 2006. Next year. This is about in January. It's called, the company is called Klein Vision. Klein Vision. Klein Vision. It's from Slovakia. Shit, Slovakia. Shout out Slovakia. So it says, styled like a sports coupe. Now, if you go to the website, you can see it. It's not like the drone car either. The drone car uses those little propellers and shit under it to fly it. This is a plane. It's like a plane that lands and you can drive it. So the thing has wings like a plane and a spoiler and shit. It's a plane. It's an actual fucking plane that you fly. This shit, that shit is no joke. I mean, you could bust barrel rolls in it and shit and barrels. That shit is a fucking plane. It's a car that actually turns into a goddamn plane. So it says, styled like a sports coupe, the bizarre hybrid, which has 4 wheels and 2 wings. See, it has 2 wings on the edge. And the wings come out like, so like, you know how the doors, what's named doors flap up like this? They flap, you know, the Lambo doors. But they come out. So the wings are on the bottom of the door and they come out like that. So they kind of just shoot and they can go back in like this. So when you're driving on the street, you know, if you can't have wings on the fucking road and shit. So the wings just go back into the car like that. And when you land, that shit is off the chain. It says, which has 4 wheels and 2 wings, build speed along a runway before lifting into the air. So it is like a plane. You have to be on a runway to get some lift. This shit is like you have to build a little speed to lift to get you a little lift off. The 2-seater can release its retractable wings in less than 2 minutes as it prepares for takeoff before stowing them away again before its destination. Stephen Klein, founder of Klein Vision, said Air Car fulfills a lifelong dream to bring passenger flight into the hands of everyday people. With the launch of our production prototype, we are one step closer to transforming how the world moves, merging the road and sky into a new dimension of personal mobility. This is, hey, you go see the car. I talked about the other car. This shit is way better. I talked about that other car. This car is way better. It's a fucking plane. It's a goddamn plane. You can fly from California to Jersey in this bitch. That's what I'm talking about. No more. What? That's why it's $1 million. You ain't never gotta fly. You ain't never gotta fly on a plane again. Unless you like flying over the water. Unless you're flying over the water. She said, y'all have fun. You damn right. I sure will. I damn sure will. Don't let fear run your life, everybody. Don't let fear run your life. See, this is a dude. Men, we get out here, we try this crazy shit all the time. This is what men do. We climb buildings, we climb mountains, we jump off that shit. We just do shit. We climb trees, we jump off of mountains and try to do have gainer flips and all that type. That's what we men do this shit. So yeah, men will fly this shit. We will definitely fly this shit. Linda Landmore says, I'll stay grounded. All right, girl, that's all right. It's okay. You can stay on the ground. It's all good. I'm getting in the plane. Not $1 million, though. That shit is a lot. Oh, it says a company spokesperson told the Daily Mail that the vehicle will start at 800,000, 600,000 pounds, but could go up to $1 million, depending on specs. For example, buyers would be able to choose between 280, 320, or 340 horsepower. Hey, the first person that gets that, you know it's gonna be all these rich cats that's gonna be getting that shit. So hey, you guys ever see Star Wars? If you ever seen Star Wars, there's a place called Coruscant. So the main city in Star Wars is called Coruscant. So if you ever seen Star Wars and you've seen all those cars flying around and stuff like that, so Coruscant is basically like a city in the sky. It's a giant whole planet that's a giant city. Coruscant is a city planet, and everything is basically up in the sky, and so they fly. Everything is flying cars. This is what that is. If you go look at this car, this looks like one of those cars from Star Wars. He says drunk flying. If you drunk flying, what you gonna hit? What you gonna hit, Miss Jeannie? If you drunk flying, you don't got nothing to worry about, nothing. Other than some birds. You may fly into some birds or some shit like that. She's at a building. I mean, but would you really be drunk flying around buildings? I don't think somebody be doing that. But this is the future, y'all. So moving along, in nigga news, there's new evidence that comes out that Tory Lanez is innocent. I don't really be listening to Tory Lanez or nothing like that. Or Meg Thee Stallion. But since he got stabbed up 14 times the other day, he got stabbed up 14 times and lived. That's crazy. You are a G. If you got stabbed 14 times and lived, holy shit. Hey, man. Shout out to Tory. You are officially a G. You are an official gangster, boy, if you survive 14 stabbings. So it's being investigated, though. Guess who's investigating it? The Republicans. The Republicans are trying to get Tory Lanez out of jail. Anna Paulina Luna, who's the girl, she's in charge of the conspiracy task force. What's her name? Amber Heard. What is it? No, not Amber Heard. What's the old girl name? Is that it? Amber Rose. Excuse me. Amber Rose came to her and asked her to look into Tory Lanez and said that she don't believe that Tory Lanez actually shot Meg Thee Stallion. And so Anna Paulina Luna, she looked into it. And basically there's a video, the new video shows that she probably got cut on some broken glass stepping out of the car. So Tory is in jail. Hold on, excuse me. So Tory's in jail because he came out trying to smash on the music industry. So again, when you start trying to smash on the music industry and get your money, get your publishing and all that, somehow people just come up dead. Michael Jackson, excuse me, Prince, Tory Lanez gets thrown in jail, then stabbed up. They tried to take him out. It's funny when you try to get your money, you try to talk about the music industry, and you try to shed a light on that shit and how much they stealing your shit. Funny how people, R. Kelly, yep. R. Kelly, yep. You said Jay-Z, KYRF. I don't know about that. I don't know what you're saying right there, bro. Yeah, Whitney. All these people who thank you. All these people start getting their money, they publishing back. They start just start coming up missing. Suge Knight in jail. Now, all the money that Interscope made. Does anybody know what happened to Interscope? And all that money that Interscope made off of Death Row and all the rest of that stuff? Jimmy Iovine and all the rest of that? The Khazarians? Your Angie Stone? Angie Stone. So, again, when you start getting your money back from the Khazarians, all of a sudden, niggas just start dying. These Khazarians will not let you leave. That's what this shit is. The Khazarians will not let you leave. Now, I don't know about Luther Vandross. I don't know if he was getting his publishing back. Was he? Was Luther Vandross getting his money? He was getting his money? If he was, that's crazy too. Damn. I didn't know Luther was he was doing his thing. But shout out to Tory. because Meg Thee Stallion was full of shit, and it's starting to come out. And Anna Paulina Luna is investigating it now. So shout out to her. And she sent basically a letter to Gavin Newsom to pardon Tory Lanez. So you know it's going to happen. Especially that he just got stabbed up 14 times. So Gavin Newsom is going to want some leeway with the Republicans and the black people, right, for when he votes. So Tory Lanez is pretty much about to get out of jail. Gavin Newsom needs the stock with the black folks. He needs to be in there. He needs it. So a good gesture for the melanated people would be letting Tory Lanez out. If he lets Tory Lanez out, he's going to get in good with the brothers. So I think Gavin Newsom is about to let him out. Yep, Eazy-E died in a goddamn month when he was trying to get his money back. Then it was shown that boom, he got AIDS and died in a month. How you get AIDS and die in a month? You contract it and you die within a month? Nah, that's some bullshit. Yeah, they took Eazy out for that. Yep. They don't want niggas in the music industry, but that's why the music industry is dying. So they did all this fuck shit, and now they've created all that karma in the music industry, and now the music industry is going to fail. It's going to fall. It's gone. That shit is done. So that's what you get for trying to control everything. Everything the Khazarians have built and tried to control and you know, through their devious ways and all the rest of that bullshit, all the diabolical shit they've done, the control that they tried to, all of this shit is coming to light. They are losing. Khazaria is in their last 10 years. I'm going to say this right now. I think New Khazaria is in their last 10 years of power. They're about to be done. And if the Republicans stay with these motherfuckers, they're going down too. So that means Trump. And FAGA, MAGA with the F. MAGA with the F, y'all all going down with the Khazarians if you keep ball gargling. Really quick, Jimmy Dore stole my damn term, y'all. Jimmy Dore, bitch ass, stole my term. Ball gargler. Israel, he called Trump an Israel ball gargler, Israeli ball gargle. He said he's gargling Israel's balls. I'm like, wait a minute. This motherfucker done stole my term. One of y'all watching Jimmy Dore has went over in his comment section and left ball gargler, and now he picked it up, and now he's saying ball gargler on his channel. Nobody was saying ball gargler before me. I created that term. Me and the homie, we created it for LeBron, LeBitch James. Me and him hate LeBitch James. So in order to insult each other, we would call each other a LeBron ball massager or LeBron ball gargler. That's where it came from. Me and the homie. It's calling each other that on LeBron James, bitch ass. So then I bought it to y'all. And then now Jimmy Dore, bitch ass, is using my shit. Jimmy Dore, bitch. You don't know nothing about ball gargling. You didn't know how to put that together. Just saying. So moving along, still in nigga news. In other nigga news, Puffy is even more disgusting than we thought he was. God damn. Puffy is even more disgusting than we even thought he was. Like, god damn, we really thought he was disgusting. So to be even more disgusting than we thought he was? God damn, Puffy. You are disgusting. So, man, but he probably about to get off. That's the crazy shit. He's probably about to get off because he's on trial for, SA trafficking and racketeering, basically turning that into a business enterprise. So if they can show that he used any of his business to traffic people, across state lines for sex, then that's what they're trying to get him for. But as of right now, they haven't shown that he done anything illegal. They showed that he's a disgusting piece of shit that should never see the light of day. But you know, not for doing anything illegal yet. Which you know he's done some illegal shit, but they can't find it, or they don't want to find it because he has somebody on tape. He has some people on tape that don't want to get out there. So they like, all right, just charge him with this that we know he can get off with. He can get off on. Because if he released, because then you know they didn't find all the tapes, right? When they raided Puffy's crib, they didn't find all the shit. They only found some of it. So he's still holding on to some of them tapes. So he like, go ahead, convict me if you want to, but he has a kill switch. Puffy got a kill switch. Y'all know what that is, right? Go look at you want to know what the kill switch is? The best way to describe that is the movie The Firm. Anybody ever see The Firm? Firm is a great movie. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, last great damn American movie star. But and Denzel. Denzel, then Tom Cruise. But Tom Cruise in that movie, The Firm, where he was working for the firm. Ah man, I don't want to tell you. Just go watch it. But at the end of the movie is a perfect example of a kill switch. Tom Cruise shows a perfect example of what a kill switch is. And so kill switch is basically if you know, I'm blackmailing you, right? If I'm blackmailing you, I have all this information on you. And if I come up dead, if I somehow happen to choke on a chicken bone or, you know, trip over a damn rock and bust my head wide open that looks like a goddamn gunshot, or I happen to hang myself from a goddamn tree with no hands, then all of the information that I have packed away, it has instructions to be released upon my death. That's what a kill switch is. And Puffy has that. And so if he don't get out of jail, Puffy's like, ticking my nigga, you better hurry up. You best to hurry up. So Puffy is disgusting as hell. He is absolutely 1000% disgusting as shit. Oh my God. I can't even say the stuff that came out. It's so damn disgusting. Now, one thing though, and also what they're proving is that Cassie was down with this shit. Cassie was down with the shit. You can't be with somebody for 10 years doing all of this crazy stuff and you not be down with it. So she had to admit that she liked some of it. She liked it. But then she tried to say, well, I only liked it because it allowed me to spend time with Puffy, with Sean. Get your ass out of here. You only like doing the freak shit because you got to spend time with Puffy? If you don't get the entire fuck out of here, nobody believe that bullshit. She is so full of shit. I got to spend time with him. So, okay, all the rest of that stuff, you didn't like doing all, it was only for him. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. So, 10 years of doing that, and they proved that she was the orchestrator of it. She was the orchestrator. She was the coordinator. She did everything. She was the orchestrator of the freak party. So you can't come out and be like you were being abused if you are the orchestrator of the freak party. That makes no sense. You said, I'm going to send you a video of Notorious B.I.G. singing, what? Don't send me nothing. Don't send me a damn thing. I ain't trying to see none of that shit. I know what you're talking about. You talking about that girl in the Juicy video? Well, he wasn't the one picking the girls and picking the people in the video. How the fuck would he know? He wasn't picking the people in the video. That was Puffy and them picking them people. But yeah, Puffy's disgusting. We all knew it, but he probably gonna get off, which is even crazier. That's crazy. All of this, but he's destroyed though. He can never go back to his life. He's not Puffy no more. So good, this is karma. Even if you don't go to jail, Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever, that's gone. He's done. That's a wrap. Like, his whole reputation is destroyed in life. He can do nothing. He can't show his face nowhere. So at least that happened. And Cassie got $30 million. She got 20 from Puffy and 10 from the hotel who filmed the video of her getting her ass kicked in the hallway. She sued them and got 10 million from them, got 20 million from Puffy. So Cassie is chilling right now, and Puffy's bitch ass is in jail. Hey, karma's a bitch. So last thing I got. This is the anniversary of the celebration of George Floyd. So they did or the anniversary of George, they were celebrating the anniversary of George Floyd. And they were, I don't know if it's celebration, I guess they're commemorating, remembering what he did. I guess it's not a celebration, but at the basketball games and all that stuff, they had the George Floyd, moment of silence and all that. And then, just like clockwork, FAGA, MAGA with the F. Why are they promoting this guy who died of drugs? Derek Chauvin didn't kill him. He was a criminal. Why are they celebrating a criminal? He died of an overdose. This is a travesty. A man's in jail, an innocent man is in jail, and this guy's being celebrated. Like, motherfucker, what are you? This is crazy. The shit that they keep talking. That standing on somebody's neck for 10 minutes won't kill him. But none of them are willing to prove it by getting their neck stood on for 10 minutes. And seriously, until that happens, you shouldn't hear anything that they got to say. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, bitch. I don't want to hear about the drugs in the system. I don't want to hear about none of that shit. That he was a criminal. I don't want to hear none of that shit until you allow me to stand on your neck for 10 minutes. After that, my ears will open all the way up. Until then, I can't hear you. Because you keep acting like standing on somebody's neck for 10 minutes won't do anything. Like he would have just been walking down the street that day and just keeled over and died. Oh! he'd been walking down the street. Oh! The fentanyl and the drugs killed him. If he was just eating a sandwich watching the game that day, he would have died. Just eating a sandwich, watching the game. No, bitch, motherfuckers, no. You don't get to say that. He wouldn't have died just on his own had the police officers not instituted that whole situation. So, and then you got the Coon Cajuns also doing it. All these Coon Cajun channels, the Hodge Twins, the Black Conservative Perspective, and conservative, what is the Black Conservative something? I mean, all these these Coon Cajuns. You can see a black man getting his neck stood on for 10 minutes and not see yourself in that? So I'm not a criminal. I'm not a drug addict. So that would never be me. That's what they think. It's because he was a criminal and a drug addict that he got his neck stood on for 10 minutes. Well, that's not me. No, I don't see that. That's not me. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a drug addict. So, I don't see that at all. So, okay. Karma's a bitch. You better hope that never happens to you. I hope it never happens to you either. But when it do, I'll be front row, bitch. Right there. I'll be right there with my damn binoculars like, Hey, tell him, you tell him that you're not a criminal. Tell him you got drugs in your system. I'll be there with my damn binoculars right up on him. Tell him you ain't got no drugs in your system. Tell him. He's straight with the bullshit. So, give a shout out to George Floyd. No matter what was going on, nobody deserves to have their neck stood on for 10 minutes. And you put all this in capital letters. George Floyd died from knee on his neck and back. He did not look distressed before those cops kneed him to death. If he could not breathe, then he should have gone to the hospital not laid in. I don't know, Dale. Girl, hey, whoever wrote that, you got to do better than that. The streets with cops on his neck back. Okay. Yeah, you got to, hey, stop using text, talk to text. Or you got to make sure that you get in there and correct that shit before you push send, all right? But, yeah, George Floyd, no matter if he had drugs in the system or not, first of all, the initial detainment was unlawful. See, if you knew the law, most of y'all would know that. The initial detainment was unlawful. MAGA with the F, F-A-G-A. Y'all would know that. They violated his constitutional rights just upon his detainment. So everything after that was illegal. No matter what, even if he had drugs in the system. And even if he does have drugs in the system, you can't stand on somebody's neck for 10 minutes. That don't give you the right to stand on somebody's neck for 10 minutes. Because nigga got drugs in the system. It's ridiculous. So, again, shout out to George Floyd. You know, even though the woke Democrats or Democrats tried to use that to take over the world, take over America. They tried to use George Floyd's death to take over America. I don't agree with that shit, but he shouldn't be vilified for having his neck stood on for 10 minutes. It's crazy. So moving along, last thing I got in police stop law lessons. The U.S. abandons. So this is a thing, something Trump just did. The U.S. abandons police reform accords sought over the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. So again, the United States abandons police reform accords sought over the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. So after those deaths, they went around, the federal government instituted something called police reform accords, basically an agreement with different police forces to do better jobs, do better policing, better training, all of this type of stuff. Stop killing niggas. Stop violating melanated people's constitutional rights. This is what the government did. Then, so Trump came in now, and he said this is what he's doing. The United States Justice Department is abandoning efforts to secure court-approved settlements with Minneapolis and Louisville, despite its prior finding that police in both cities routinely violated the civil rights of Black people, and a senior official said Wednesday. So let me read more, then I'll tell you. So Harmet Dilion, the Assistant Attorney General for the Department's Civil Rights Division, said her office will seek to dismiss the pending litigation against the two cities and retract the department's prior findings of constitutional violations. And this is her quote. Overboard police consent decrees divest local control of policing from communities where it belongs, turning that power over to unelected and unaccountable bureaucrats, often with an anti-police agenda, she said. So basically, I saw her on the interview, and she was saying, and she don't know nothing. She was like a business attorney or something like that. So she's bounced around from different types of law. So she's not even really versed in this type of law that she's been put in charge of. But so she doesn't know police stop law that well, but she believes that police are here to protect us, and they need to feel free in order to go and do their job, and with unencumbered and all this and that. So basically what they're doing is all the federal agreements that the United States had with these police departments, and I talked about this called consent decrees and all that, which are agreements for better policing. They're about to wipe all that shit out and said, nope, you don't need to do that no more. Forget the better policing. Forget all the rest of that. And you can do what you feel you need to do best in order to secure or arrest citizens, detain people, arrest citizens, give tickets, whatever the hell that is. However you need to police best, you go ahead and do that. The federal government is not going to be in your way. That's what they just told all the police in America, all the police departments in America. She also announced that the department will be closing out investigations and retracting prior findings of wrongdoing against the police departments in Phoenix, Arizona, Memphis, Tennessee, Trenton, New Jersey, Mount Vernon, New York, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. So all of these departments, all of these police departments were fucking up. And the federal government came in to try to straighten their asses up. And she's like, nope. All these police departments can go back and doing what the hell they were doing. Again, Phoenix, Arizona, Memphis, Tennessee, Trenton, Jersey, Mount Vernon, New York, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. The Louisiana Police Department. She said, y'all can go back to doing whatever the hell you was doing. The move comes 4 days before the May 25th 5-year anniversary of the death of George Floyd, a black man who was murdered by Derek Chauvin, a white officer who knelt on his neck as Floyd repeatedly pleaded that he couldn't breathe. So this is where, I'm trying to tell you, this is where policing is going. Melanated people, you had it good for the last 4 or 5 years with this defund the police shit. You done forgot. Y'all have forgot how the police really are supposed to be. They still been mashing in this last 4 or 5 years, but not like they were before the defund the police movement. Now it's going to be, now the movement is refund the police. That's the movement now, refund the police. So you are about to be smashed when this shit starts going down. All the animosity that the police were holding in, that was building up, not being able to do their jobs properly, that shit is about to be unleashed. Because in Texas, moving along, in Texas, if you live in Texas, you need to know this, and you need to be on it now. So Texas House Bill, be on this right now. Everybody in Texas, jump on this now. Texas House Bill 3565, and my mom just moved to Texas, damn it, 2 days ago. Shout out to my mom, you left me. You left me in Cali by myself, god damn it. How you leave me in Cali by myself? But my mom's in Texas now, so this is important. So Texas House Bill 3565 will allow police officers to charge people with filming them with a felony if they interfere with police officers' duties. So Texas will be allowed, officers will be allowed to charge a person filming them with a felony if this bill goes through, saying if you're obstructing their duty. So basically what a police officer will do right now is when you start filming them or somebody else starts filming them when you get pulled over or somebody else gets pulled over, they'll go to the person filming and say, you need to move. You need to go. Get down the street or whatever. So, because they don't want you filming them, right? They don't want you catching them doing no bad shit. So they'll tell them to move. And if you don't move in Texas, they can charge you with a felony. Where the law states that 10 feet, you only need to be a minimum of 10 feet or a maximum of 10 feet away from the officer. Now, in Florida, it's 25 feet. There's a 25-foot law in Florida where if you're filming police officers, you have to be 25 feet away from the officer in Florida. Now, they're trying to overturn it, but it's still there. But most places, though, everywhere else, 10 feet is far enough for you to be away from a police officer. I would say 20 feet, enough distance where you just can't reach out and touch the police officer, so they can say that they can't say that their safety was in danger. But this new law in Texas basically now will allow them to just tell anybody that they can charge. If you don't leave, say if you're standing like just across the street 10, 15, 20 feet away, 30 feet away, and you're filming, if they say move along, move down the street where this is a police scene. You need to move down the street. And they just keep telling you to move down the street. And if you don't move one time when they tell you to move, they can arrest you and charge you with a felony. That's crazy. A felony, just so you know, the difference between a felony and a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor carries a year. Felonies carries at least 2 years in prison. And felonies are prison. Usually misdemeanors, you can go to county jail for a misdemeanor for a year. Felony, you're going to prison. With the big dog, the killers and the rapists, and that's where you going. Now there's that too in county jail, but it's way more of that in in, in prison, in the state prison. So in Texas, you need to be on this. Texas, hold on, let me see if I can read the bill. So again, it's you want to go and vote no. It's about, so they have a movement, no on HB 3565. Again, no on HB, that's House Bill 3565 in Texas, where they now there was a law case called Turner versus Driver in 2015, I think, or I think it was 2000, maybe it was 2000. I forgot when was that damn case? Like 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. But there's a dude who has a channel called the Batusai channel, a brother who's an auditor, a police auditor. And they were filming him and they arrested him for filming him. And so he went to court and sued the police saying that he had a right to film. Now in Texas, you didn't have a right to film police officers in Texas before this. So again, it's called, the case is called Turner versus Driver. This case is a Fifth Circuit case, and it gave Texas the right, or anybody in the Fifth Circuit, it gave them the right to film police officers during their duty. So now that this has been going on for about 4 or 5 years, police officers don't like that in Texas, and now they want to get a bill passed that says if they tell you to move and you don't move while you're filming them, they can give you a felony. Fuck that. They're trying to get that case wiped out. So people in Texas, you got to be on your damn P's and Q's. You understand? Get over there and make sure that you vote on the right bill. And everybody else, make sure you call me. Get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up if you want to learn the law. But make sure you get this great book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and get your free police stop law kit. All right, this is a police stop law kit. Boom. Constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card, and notice, you're gonna need these. This is the golden gold of the package right here. You give this to police officers, you leave them speechless most of the time, or trying to steal it because they don't know what it is and they want to keep it. But this is what you give police officers: constitutional rights card. Boom. Let them know that if they violate your rights, what'll happen to them is on the back. And then the qualified immunity card and notice right here. Boom. Now, again, you get all of that if you order the hard copy. Great book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. This brand new. The revised version, the new published version. Also, forgot to tell you, you get the public official bonds book. You get the public official bonds book. When police officers violate your rights, they have that insurance. Go after their insurance, $75,000 each time. So this tells you where the bond is and how to file a claim on the bond. So this comes in the package as well. And then also you get the Know Your Rights manual. One of these 3 Know Your Rights manuals. Everything you need to know about police stops, traffic stops. All right. So traffic stops are police stops, but they're not on foot. So boom. And then you also get the flashcards. So make sure you get over to knowyourrealnagas.com, order the hard copy, and I will give you all of that for free. All of that comes with the package for free. Yo, who was that? Yo, Nadir, appreciate you. Thank you for the Cash App, brother. Everybody hit the Cash App today. Appreciate you guys. And if you want to learn the law for free, make sure you get to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Again, KYRF.org. Sign up as a volunteer. We will teach you for free. Yes, you can learn all this stuff and learn how to smash on a police officer for free. And trust me, it is very empowering. And we will tell you when you learn, don't use your, what did Uncle Ben tell Peter Parker? With great power comes great responsibility. Learning the law will give you immense power. You will have more power than most people in America. Knowing the law, knowing how to smash on police officers, that puts you at the top part of America. Even more than most lawyers. Most lawyers don't even know police stop law. We had lawyers in my police stop law class. A lawyer who was, there's a couple lawyers too, but this one lawyer, she was barred in 3 states. She passed the bar in California, in Texas, and Georgia. She was a lawyer in 3 states, defense attorney. And she didn't know any of this police stop law stuff. Now, there are some constitutional lawyers who are trying to do this and make it a niche now that it's become a thing. But right now, we're the only place that completely focuses on police stop law. We know more about police stop law than anybody in America. Guaranteed. I don't care who it is. I don't care what lawyer it is. We know more law than them. We got over 50-something people in this damn thing studying. It's 100 and something people that are in the foundation completely. But active studying, smashing out right now, over 50-something people. And so, boom, you can be part of you can be one of the part of the, or one of the ones who are smashing the police officers, work to get one of these certifications, and then go out and teach it to your family and your friends. That's the deal. We teach it for free, but then you got to go teach it to somebody else for free. That's the deal. If you can accept that, boom, hit us up. We will teach it for free and get you started. So until then, I'm out of here, hungry as hell, coming on this weird ass Monday. The energy feels weird and shit that I'm doing on a Monday, but everybody in here, y'all still the same. Y'all energy is the same. So appreciate you. Thank you for showing up on this crazy, weird ass Monday. Thank everybody for hitting the Cash App and the super. I don't have no super chat. You gotta hit the Cash App because I don't have a super chat. Everybody, that's how you support with that Cash App. So Real Nagas the number 9 if you still want to support after the live stream. But I appreciate everybody who did up until then and who does that throughout the week. Allowing me to get some salmon shawarma. I appreciate you guys for that. I got 1 week left on my cleanse, so I'm about to go crazy on my cookies and chicken shawarma and everything else that's bad, because for the next month, I got to go without it. I got to go cold turkey, so I'm about to go crazy. So appreciate you guys. Thank everybody. Thank all my moderators I saw all them people talking crazy in the damn live stream. One of these days, I'm just going to go off on them niggas. One of these days, they just gonna get a live stream, or I'm just going off on dumbass people in the super chat. Might be soon, but not now. All right, everybody, appreciate you. I'm out of here. I'll let you later. Deuces.